HS Game Time Live with David Zink. Who am I speaking with?
Hello.
Too many
A deadline.
All right, let's move on. Miller 10-0 over Arroyo Valley. That was at Miller. Miller, first win of the season for them. Arroyo Valley falls to 0-2.
Okay, I had a reverse score on that.
You had Arroyo Valley beating Miller?
Mm-hmm. From Parenti. Unless I wrote that down wrong.
Let's check that one.
Chime. I'm waiting for him to chime in.
I have Miller beating them 10-0. I think it's on the website.
Okay.
Silverado beats Carter 13-3. Silverado is 1-2 on the season. Carter falls to 1-1. Carter, they beat Altaloma 51-7 last week. So tough.
You know what? We have different scores out there than what you have right now.
My scores are 100% accurate.
Okay, well then we won't go with the board.
Right. Is the board wrong?
The last two scores I had different scores.
Rialto 28-14 over Oak Hills. Palm Desert rolling, and actually, we want to talk about
70-12.
Yeah, 70-12. We're going to talk about Rialto for a minute. Rialto is now 2-0 on the season, showing marked improvement. The Moreno Valley win, a good win, a little bit of surprise. We thought Moreno Valley would be a little bit better. They're now 0-3, but Oak Hills they're up and coming, and they're going to be tough, and they're going to be. They went deep into the playoffs last year in the small schools, and so this was a good win for Rialto. Don't underestimate that win for them as well. What was the score on that one again? What was the ridiculous score we just mentioned? 70-12?
70-12. Palm Desert 70, San Bernardino 12.
Again, it's a big night for the Desert Valleys against San Andreas. Like, you're waving at me, Dave.
I'm just jumping in to let you know that it was Miller 10-0.
Right. Okay.
Just to confirm that, Lewis. Is that okay?
No, it's not.
Sorry. I'll get back on.
Palm Springs 37, Moreno Valley is nothing. We were looking for Canyon Springs, Paris. Canyon Springs, Paris. Anybody got Canyon Springs, Paris? I'm going once for Canyon Springs, Paris. Going once. Do we have a Canyon Springs, Paris score? Anybody up there? Going once, going twice? Okay. We'll keep that one up in mind.
I don't get the idea anybody's listening to you.
Well, they're not listening to us usually.
Okay.
Sometimes they can't. Okay, all right. Pacific and Rubidoux, we don't have that one. Bloomington beats Eisenhower on the road 40-6. That's a good win for Bloomington. They are now 2-0 under Coach Tom Connor. Eisenhower falls to 0-2. Bloomington playing at Colton next week at Royal Valley at Eisenhower. The Banning Broncos, Randy Leyva, how do they do tonight?
The Banning Broncos. I told you not to do this. You just flip through a page.
Got to keep up. All right, Banning beats Desert Mirage 35-7. Desert Mirage falls 0-2. First win for Scott McRitchie out of Banning as they go to 1-1. Banning plays at 29 Palms next week. Never an easy place to play. You played at 29 Palms a few times, didn't you, Dave Zink, in your career? Oh, you wouldn't have had. Did you ever play there?
Yes.
And how would you rate that?
A long drive. I would rate it a long drive and cold in the middle of November and December.
Cold in the middle of November and December.
Ridiculously cold.
I would say that's one of the hardest places.
I had to cover a couple of those games, and it was even worse.
It's tough to play there, play basketball there, too.
Yeah, most definitely.
Right. 35-7 Desert Mirage losing there as well at the Bonanza League. Room of the World and Harupa Valley, we have that one. I believe we were told it was 27-21 Room of the World in overtime over Harupa Valley, but I'm looking to confirm that one. Citrus Valley, Shandon Hills, we're looking for that one. Silver Valley, Harupa Hills. What do we have? Who's Harupa Hills? We got Shandon Hills, Harupa Hills. We got hills everywhere. The hills are alive with the sound of music here at HS Game Time Live. Bloomington Christian beat Calvary Murrieta 16-6. So that's a good win for Bloomington Christian. That's their first win of the season. They are 1-1 in the San Joaquin League. And Ambassador League, Calvary Chapel is 0-2 on the season. Bloomington Christian playing at Arrowhead Christian next week, a team we haven't heard much from this year. And Calvary Murrieta playing at Mammoth. Sherman Indian was playing Crean Lutheran Southern. Linfield Christian, they are now 2-1 on the season. They have beaten Army Navy 55-0. And Hamilton is playing San Pasqual Academy. We do not have a final on that one. We're looking for that one as well. Aquinas defeated Mary Star of the Sea. I just saw that one somewhere.
27-24 Aquinas.
27-24. So 2-1 Aquinas now. Aquinas plays Shadow Hills next week. Mary Star of the Sea has a bye before they play in week 4 at Laguna Beach. Other games you're looking for, Altaloma, Ayala, Chaffee, and Damien. Desert Hot Springs, we know, beat Xavier Prep. Don Lugo, Diamond Bar. Grand Hills, I think, beat Apple Valley. And we're looking just a couple of other scores. We'll be tracking for those as we move through the night. All right. A couple things we want to mention. Well, first off, I want to mention that we have some advertisers, Dave Zink, because I have to do this part fairly regularly throughout the night. And since they didn't record the first like 45 minutes or hour of the show, which is okay, I will have other material. I wanted to show that we do have advertising, and so you can show that slide.
And who is that? What are you talking about?
The advertising that we
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Please don't do that to me.
There you go. I just
there it
put
is.
it up for you. I'm going to take the text down for a minute.
There we go. Okay, so these are the people who basically support the HS Game Time Live, HS Game Time initiatives in print and online. It's DCH Honda, Rancho Ford, Paradise Autos, Petter Nissan, BMW of Riverside, Villa Ford, Rotello Chevrolet, Diamond Hills Auto Group, Sing Chevrolet, Sing Subaru Suzuki, Riverside Mitsubishi Kia, Acura of Riverside, Raceway Nissan, Fritz Ford, Raceway Ford. Randy Leva, you're most likely to buy a car right now from BMW of Riverside, is that right?
Yes, I'm looking to buy in a few months.
All right, and Dave Zinka, if you were going to buy a vehicle right now, where would you? You'd probably buy a Chevy, wouldn't you? You'd probably be going to Rotolo or Sing to buy some sort of GMC product, wouldn't you?
You know, you're really trying to pigeonhole me, aren't you? You are. I can see. Last car I bought was a Honda. Now, I don't drive it, but the last car I bought.
Last car, you bought 2 Hondas, right? I have a Honda.
And I just bought a Volkswagen.
Something in common.
I bought an old Bug. But you know what?
Right.
If I was going to buy another car, it was going to be brand new. It'd be built Chevy.
Chevy tough. All right.
Does he collect cars?
There's young Adam Drexler. He's coming in. What do you get? You're going to do? You're going to do Dennis's footage? Is your footage done?
His footage is done, and I'm going to grab it in a minute as soon as you take back over the show.
Right. Okay. So go ahead and bring that back, and we'll go back through there. All right.
As you see in the background, we got Jeff Prenti. He's working hard.
Jeff Prenti's over there. Look at him. He's crinkling his face.
Due diligent.
Right.
Look at him.
Look at that. He's
Look at
working
him.
really hard.
He's like droiding and also texting. He's putting together roundups.
Unbelievable.
Look at how quick he moves.
It's like he's
Dude,
here.
he's like a cat.
He is like a cat.
Look at that. And the green.
He just put a period on
Look
the
at
sentence.
in the green. He just kind of melds into the background. You don't even know he's there. And next thing you know, boom, he's on top of you with scores.
All right, here's the game story from Miriam Swanson taking with Phoner. The Fighting Scots of Rim of the World converted a pass to wrap up a victory in overtime, and it was a thriller at Harupa Valley, 27-21. Some big plays for Bloomington Christian. If you look at our blog, I'm just going to go through some of these. 79-yard touchdown pass from Justin. How would you say that? Zenapansky threw a 79-yard touchdown pass to Raekwon Williams at the end of the first quarter to give Bloomington Christian a lead. It was a 16-6 final score. Hey, you know what? The Poly Invitational is going on right now in water polo too. If you wanted to keep an eye on that one. Canyon Springs 44-6 over Paris. So Canyon Springs kind of rights itself. Quarterback Rich Rodriguez threw for a rush for 3 touchdowns. And Jaron Nebris, I think that's how you say it, scored on a 101-yard kickoff return. So good news for Canyon Springs, bad news for Paris, whose woes continue for the Panthers. Remember the days when Paris was really outstanding in football? When they were I don't think they've ever been great, but in the last 20-some years, but they were definitely like a pain to deal with. I mean,
back in 1980, I want to say 84. 83-84 season, Paris was the #1 team in the Desert Mountain Conference. Yes, and Notre Dame beat them 35-7
it's been downhill.
RCC, the crowning achievement of my junior year.
It's been downhill ever since.
Wow.
Downhill ever since.
Wow, and you have to go there all the time, don't you?
Right, and I remember Paris because they were in our league when I was in high school, and it was like everything we did with them was just brutal.
Yeah, it was a struggle.
Right. All right. 44-6, good win for Canyon Springs. Canyon Springs has kind of struggled, I think, over the last few weeks, and they moved to 1-2. Canyon Springs, lost to Citrus Hill and lost to Ukai, but they gave up 50 points in both of those games. So a good win there as they move to 1-2. Paris falls to 0-2. Canyon,
Whenever you get around to the Roosevelt Marietta Valley, we have some highlights to go along with your score.
If
you'd like to jump into that.
Let me find some of the results here for a second, and why don't you cue that up, and we'll come back to that one.
And it's queued. I'm ready to go.
I have no details from that game. So, ladies and gentlemen, here it is. This is highlights from Roosevelt and Marietta Valley.
Let me just hit play, and there we go. Obviously, we have Marietta.
Yeah, Marietta in the white.
Yeah.
Roosevelt, nice run here. And
these highlights courtesy of...
Did they fumble that into the end zone? Can you back that up? Back that up for a second.
Back that up.
Back it up.
Come on.
Here it is, super slow-mo, everybody.
And we are going to go back.
I like Roosevelt's unis. Aren't they? They're kind of nice. It's
Yeah.
like Roosevelt's
Did
unis.
you see that? He threw that thing right underneath.
Watch this for a second. Look at
Is
this.
it like a fumble rooski?
I don't know. Watch it.
Set it and
Oh, I see what they did. Look at that. Back it up again. All right. Wait. Chat room. Are you guys watching this? Chat room. What happened here? Oh, Embark. Rim won that game, 27-21. If I didn't say it right.
okay. Now here we go. We're gonna go. I
Okay.
just
Okay.
paused it so we
Right.
can talk.
Okay.
The
All right.
next play.
Next play, everybody.
What happens on this
what happens
play?
on this
Here we
play?
go. Ready and go.
Is the center holding the ball? Go back up. Let me see that again. I can see that again.
Golly.
That's a nice play, though, too. See, Embark 32 is kind of a pain. He says, well, yeah, I mean, clearly it's a quarterback sneak, but it looked like he almost fumbled it at first.
Yeah, but does he have the ball there?
It does look like he has it cleanly, though. Okay, hit play.
Oops.
Yep. All right.
All the way back to the
All right,
beginning. How you like that, huh?
Let's just look at this again. Okay, here's the pass. Let's set up a little pass, little valve off there. Nice little run. Okay, so a few plays later, there it is. I don't know. Touchdown.
Let's go to the
Yeah,
highlights.
touchdown. All right. So
Look
more
at this
highlights.
vertical passing game
Right.
of Roosevelt.
Roosevelt hasn't really missed a beat at all. Okay, handoff.
No, and is that Legier? Must be Joey
I
Legier.
don't know.
Yeah. Who's got, I'm going to say, at least 5 touchdowns this year.
Nice.
Wow, they're all over the place, aren't they?
They are all over the place.
So Marietta, a solid team, and they play good defense too. We've seen it.
Right.
We've seen them play a lot of good defense.
But
Wow,
I
see how quick they're getting rid of that football?
I think the issue here is that you're looking at a very good passing team and a very, very quick team. Look at that play.
Yeah.
Back that one up. That's one of the best plays I've seen all year. Look at this run. Nice run.
What is the focus? What is the
Look at this. Look at this play right here. There we go. Look at this one. Not that one. This one right here. Beautiful.
yeah, John Aaron and something Owen?
That is
Jeez.
a beautiful play.
Not going to stop that.
All right. And you're not going to stop this either with the holes like that. So Roosevelt,
It's a really nice highlight package. Boy, and Joey Legier is very fast.
yeah.
Wow, he's really got some wheels. How he didn't get any playing time at Norco, I don't know. A lot of running backs at Norco, though, huh?
Well, I mean, you got an abundance of wealth there.
Look
I
at
mean,
that. Gee,
right.
they're just running away with it. But this is this is a Southwestern League
Right.
team against a Big Eight team. So,
Right.
I mean, as far as leagues go, they're pretty evenly matched.
Right.
But
I like this little
Marietta,
run-
come on.
Yeah, I like this little
Favorite
running back.
one of my favorite coaches in the world, Greg Ireland. Hate to see him lose any time.
And Marietta Valley was, I mean, it wasn't like they really got blown out in this game, but they really, it looks like Roosevelt just a step quicker and a little bit more physical.
Jeez, Legier.
That's a nice run, too. Yeah. Impressive. All right, there you go.
Oh, there we go. And then
It's the HS Game Time Show.
we go back
We go
to
back.
Lewis, and we're back at Lewis. Hey, if you guys want to call, it's a 951-260-0474. Call Lewis and myself. Love to talk to you about your game. The good, the bad, the ugly, whatever. We just looked at some Marietta Valley Roosevelt highlights. We'll be getting highlights from other games. I've got some new pictures that I just put in here from the Santiago game that I'd like to show you guys if I could. Lewis, you want to take a look at those too?
Right. Well, someone asked, what was the Heritage Beaumont score? Much to my horror, folks, I picked Beaumont.
Heritage.
Heritage winning 35-14.
Called it.
Good
Called
win.
it.
Good win for the.
Called that
Mighty.
one. So here we go. Some pictures from Santiago and
Vista Marietta.
Right. We've had a phone call about that. There's quarterback Brown making a pass or trying to complete a pass. Santiago. I guess Steinberg got kicked out of the game, I believe. Some more highlights. Now, and interestingly enough, the Vista Marietta dad or fan who called was horribly disappointed with what? Their offense.
Yeah, just thought
play
their offense
calling
was
and
terrible.
execution and
It's
everything.
terrible.
They win the game, and he's just high standards down there at Vista Marietta. They got a great program, and people expect a lot out of them.
I think here's a question from a fan saying, can we talk about what high school has the rowdiest fans? LQ fans are dead. I'm assuming that must be La
Got a
Quinta.
phone call.
All right.
Let's take the phone call. David Zink with HS Game Time Live. Who am I talking with?
This is Mark DePaulo. I just wanted to say hi to Louis Amestoy. I used to work for him at the Hemet News.
Hey, Mark, how are you, man?
Who's this?
This is Lewis.
Willers.
Lewis.
Louis Amestoy. You are speaking with the man.
Hey, It's Mark DePaulo.
Hey, Mark. How are you doing, man?
Good. I haven't talked to you in a while.
That's good. Did you go to a game tonight or anything, or did you watch anything?
Well, I was coaching at Rialto last year with Gavin Peugeot and Rodriguez.
Oh, were you? That's a big
Yeah,
win.
and then
That's a big win for them tonight against Oak Hills.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Did they? What was the score?
Right.
28 to 14.
28-14, right? 28-14.
Yeah, and you know that his new DC, Mike McBain, I played with at Redlands High, and when Gavin, we went through the whole Markham thing, and then when Gavin got the job, they had that incident, so Gavin got the job, but when he got the job, he asked me if I knew any DCs, and the Centennial guy took the ACA job, so I told him about Mike McMahon,
Right.
and he's their DC now, and he's just, that's good, I'm happy for him. And I started out there D-line coaching, and I just wasn't into it this year.
Right. Right.
I was playing travel ball,
Well,
but-
that's good. We'll have to catch up later, Mark. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for calling in.
All right, Lewis.
Take care,
Yeah,
man.
stay.
Thanks for calling. All right, Lou.
Used to work for me at the Hema News.
Well, there you go. And
Cover sports for us. Cover Mount Central.
came in. Uh-oh, another phone call. Hopefully it's not someone else you work with. Geez, what is this, a blast from the past? This is your life, Lewis.
Could be anybody.
This is David Zink with HS Game Time Live. Who am I talking with?
Yeah, hey, this is, I'm one of the coaches over at La Sierra.
Hey, how are you?
Tough loss.
Good.
Tough loss last night.
Yeah. Yeah, but, I just wanted to give some props to my kids. They work hard, and their things are going to be turning around. Plus, we're really young. We only have 4 starting seniors on our team, so things look good for the future.
Well, it looked like you guys, not playing an easy, it wasn't an easy game, obviously. I mean, a very competitive game, though.
Well, I game plan to stop Hadley, and we did up until, coaches kind of we made some silly mistakes. Special teams, that's what we got to work with. So we'll make our corrections, but otherwise everything was pretty good.
So you head into league. Is that correct?
No. We have
one more.
Lakeside. We were out at the Lakeside game tonight. Lakeside Temecula.
So you have Lakeside next week, and who do you open league with?
Canyon Springs.
Canyon Springs, and so obviously you're
And
going to
they
be.
won tonight, too.
Yeah,
So
you got some things to build on playing Lakeside and Canyon Springs before you get into the heavies of your league. I don't know if you saw anything about the Arlington game, but Arlington actually trailed again tonight, 20-8 at halftime.
No, we had some of our kids at the Arlington game, and some went to the Lakeside game. So yeah, we watched that thing all the way through. We were surprised when we heard 20 to 9?
20-8 at halftime, and then Arlington, just like they did down in Oceanside, came back to win it in the fourth quarter. But we don't know what's going on with Superior Reed, but I do know that he injured his ankle in the first quarter, and they didn't see him the rest of the game. So
No, he came back in.
We did.
Back in.
Oh, we did. Oh, that's right. They said he was going to come back in.
He had a 5-yard touchdown run after that, and a 30-yard touchdown run.
Oh, did he? So, but though obviously they need him a lot, really bad. So,
Yeah.
well, hey, coach,
we're young, so if we stop stepping on our toes,
you should
we'll be okay.
Well, great. Hey, coach, thanks so much for calling. Call us again next week after your game. We'd love to talk to you again. You have a good night.
You too, sir.
There you go, Lewis.
is that Coach Booth?
I'm not sure that was Coach Booth. It was one of the coaches, but it could have been. He didn't say. Oh, another phone call. We're not going to get anywhere. We got phone calls galore. You ready?
There we go.
Hi, this is David Zink with HS Game Time Live. Who am I talking with?
Is Amastoy in?
Yes, it is.
Wow.
How you doing?
Good, man. Who's this? Is this David?
This is, how you know it's David Jackson?
I know it's David Jackson. I knew it was David
yeah, it's
Jackson.
me.
Another blast from the past, David Jackson. David, so Banning wins 35-7. Talk about, and then your Tigers win tonight too. So so a good night for you, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm calling about. Centennial won.
Yeah, they won 47-7. How did Banning how did Banning look tonight? Hey, David, we got another call, man. David, we got another call. We'll talk to you later, buddy.
Thanks for calling.
Thanks, man. All right, who's this?
Thank you for calling HS Game Time Live. This is David Zink. Who am I talking with?
Nope,
Thank you for calling HS Game Time Live.
Sorry, David.
Lewis, so wait a minute. So what's the deal? Is this talk with Lewis night?
I guess so. If you feel like you need to talk to me, give me a call right now at 951-260-0474. I'll answer all your questions and comments as well. We'll be here all night actually as well.
He's having them call in.
KMS 00 wants a job. Here we go.
Oh,
There we
I saw
go
that.
again. Uh-oh, here we go.
Where is the Valley?
It's your
Thank you for calling.
ex-girlfriend
Thank you
this
for
time.
calling HS Game Time Live. This is David Zink. Who am I speaking with? Hello.
Oh, you're speaking to Embark. You told me to call if I wanted to talk to Lewis.
Embark. Embark's the best so far. He's kind of a pain, but he's calmed himself down a little bit. He'll cause some problems here as well.
Oh man.
What game did you cover? What game did you watch tonight?
I didn't watch the game. I was waiting for the Rim game.
Oh, Rim won that game at 27-21 in triple overtime.
Wait, how?
Nope.
Hello. All right, so Lewis, I don't know. Your
Okay.
crowd's
This
not
is
too
getting
quick
kinda
on the dime
weird.
there. I don't know.
Hey,
It is kind of creepy.
okay, so we now have the.
Just keep on going with your show, and I'll take care of business.
You have the footage, right? What was the footage that Angel brought?
It's a bunch of it. If you
It's
go on with
Citrus
some,
Hill
go
and
on.
Oak.
Can you go with some scores?
Now
for
we
one?
have photos.
I know. If you'll go for a
All
minute,
right,
I
we're
mean, I
gonna
can do
reset.
something.
Randy Lave
Okay,
and I.
let's reset.
Can you do a split screen? Oh, we got a phone call. There's Randy Lave, everybody.
You want to
Are
take
we
that?
answering?
Yes.
Here,
Yeah,
Randy.
answer,
Randy,
Yes,
hold on.
first.
Answer the
Yes,
call.
first.
Randy, here we go. You get the answer. Randy, talk to him.
HS Game Time Live. This is Randy.
Hello, is Lewis Amastor there?
This is
Hey, Lewis, it's Rigo. How you doing, man?
Rigo. How are you, man?
What is going on, Rigo? Really? We got a show to run. It's not like talk to your old buddies.
Just wanted to say that Palm Springs looked really good against Moreno Valley tonight.
They did 37-0, right?
Yeah, they look powerful. That running back, number 3, Nifa, or whatever his name is, he's really good.
Hey, your Indio Rajas won tonight, right? They won 27-19. I thought I'd pass that along to you.
Oh, cool. My alma mater.
Because
Thanks,
they
man.
beat my old high school.
Hey, Rigo, did you see any fireworks from Palm Desert? Because there was a bunch of fireworks out there. They scored 70 points tonight.
Holy cow. Wow.
Yeah, they went at it with well, they didn't go at it with them. They beat up on, I guess you'd have to say, San Bernardino 70-12.
Did you shoot that game, the Palm Springs game tonight?
Well, I was concentrating on the feature, the Via Pondo story, you know.
Okay.
The coach, Brian, over at Moreno Valley High School.
Right.
But, you know, the parents right there, you know, sitting on the sidelines helping out the team. But unfortunately, they didn't pull out the win tonight.
That's gonna be a very good story to hear. Look forward to seeing the pictures and the story as well. Rigo, appreciate it very much.
Okay, man. Just wanted to say hi. See you later,
Thanks for
guys.
calling, Rigo. There you go,
Friends,
Lewis.
family, members.
Anybody else?
You know,
Your daughter going to call in a minute?
Ex-girlfriends.
Ex-girlfriends.
There are none of those.
Yeah. Last week, my dad texted me furiously, like during the show. He's like, "You totally blew the banning thing on the stadium thing last week." He's like, "It's not as old as you're saying it is, you know." Because he pays attention to that.
Angry banning guy.
Angry banning father.
So he does listen.
He does listen. You're right. Right.
Would you slap some sense into your son, sir?
They don't like the intro, the music.
Oh, they don't?
No, they don't care for it either. So,
Really?
right. Okay, everybody, let's go through. Can you do the split screen with Randy and me so we can do this scores while you're uploading
Wow, you know, you're really asking for a lot, aren't you?
All right.
High maintenance.
High maintenance. All right, Randy, let's do this. Show Randy for a minute. I'm going to throw to Randy.
Wait, hold on a second.
There we go.
Okay, there you go.
There's Randy. Randy, okay. Centennial, the Huskies, the team that you follow the most at high school. Big win tonight for the mighty Huskies as well.
Huge win.
Huge win. 44-13. What's the future look like for these two teams right now?
Well, I think there's a lot of hope behind that quarterback, Michael Eubank. Like I said earlier, we watched him play in that passing league in the summer. We went down there to Edison High School. This kid can execute. It's really surprising he only has one offer right now. I believe it's from Northern Colorado.
Right.
Not even a big-time D1, but I think that's going to turn around here in a few weeks. He's going to get some national radar, especially after a game like tonight.
I think so,
he put
too.
up some big numbers.
Hey, I got another final for you, Randy. 38-36, Valley View loses to Patriot. That's a big win for Patriot.
38.
38-36, Patriot beats Valley View in a non-league game. 38-36. That's a huge win. Scott Pern over at Patriot now. So I would say that's his first kind of earmark win for his program as well. So I'm going to keep an eye on that one.
Lewis Nels is telling me that he's got footage in.
Okay, I'm going to download that in a minute. Randy, why don't you go through the scores that we've got in order, and we'll find some more footage.
All right. We have Centennial 44, Mater Dei 13. Centennial will be down at Chaparral next week. That's going to be a big game. And San Clemente will host Mater Dei. Vista Marietta 21, Santiago 17. Vista Marietta will host Los Osos next week. Norco 49, Etiwanda 35. Norco will be at Upland next week, and Etiwanda will host Miller. Rancho Verde 48, Yucaipa 14. Brajon Redmond caught 8 passes for 182 yards and 2 touchdown passes tonight. La Quinta 14, Colton 3, and Colton is a number 6 rank. Is that in our high school game time?
Yes, Colton's ranked 6, right. And HS Game Time, the HS Game Time top 10.
Oh.
Got a phone call. Turn your mic on, Dave.
Randy's got to take it.
Randy, take the call.
HS Game Time Live, this is Randy.
Randy, Prep Dog.
Prep Dog in the house. Here we are.
It's Mad Dog. Are you crossing your arms right now?
I didn't get that.
Moving on.
All right. We're, give us your take on. You were at Santiago tonight, John.
Right, Santiago played very well, but ultimately fell to Vista Marietta on a late touchdown pass.
Was Vista one of the fans called and said, you know, we really not happy with the way the offense is running right now. Kind of talk about that a little bit with Vista Marietta.
Vista Marietta?
Right.
Yeah, they looked very out of sync tonight, as Coley Candell put it. He looked flat, and a lot of that had to do, I think, with Santiago, which was very revved up and played very well in defense. Vista Marietta couldn't run, and they were out of sync in the passing game for more than 3 quarters.
So let's talk about let's just kind of talk about the overall scope of the top 10 right now. Because Vista Marietta, you know, you kind of called them ordinary last week offensively, and you kind of defined them a little bit. But now they have the number 1 team looking up ahead. That's Centennial, and they crushed Mater Dei 44-13. Did that result surprise you?
Centennial over Mater Dei?
Right, by the margin of victory.
I think it was kind of anticipated on the 5th floor at the PE because, you know, not only I think Centennial is a better team, but I think Mater Dei had some injury problems as well.
But even that we anticipate a margin of victory that significant?
What was it? 30 points?
Yeah, 30 points. It was like 44-0 until late in the game.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that does surprise me. Anytime Mater Dei loses by that margin, you've got to be a little bit taken aback.
I mean, last time I saw something that big was 2005, 48-7. Whoever's got a phone on is got to turn it off. 48-7 in 2005 to Mission Viejo. So that's a huge one. And then Vista Marietta too. The 3rd-ranked team, Norco, they kind of held off Etiwanda 49-35. Does that surprise you?
I thought I thought Norco would win by a little bit more, but Etiwanda has a good offense. As I've talked about before, Larry Cutbirth with the short passing game and some kids who can catch the ball. They can put some points up, but yeah, I thought Norco would win by more. All
right. Looks like Rancho Verde's offense is back on track. They beat Yucaipa 48-14. I know you're probably weeping over that since you're a Yucaipa homer. Colton lost tonight at La Quinta. That's not really surprising, do you think?
It's a little bit surprising. I guess Colton was griping a little bit about the officiating, and not having been there, I can't really comment on that.
Right.
Wait a minute, you're telling Coachella Valley refs being questioned?
Well, evidently that's what I think Miriam told me over the phone.
No, I'm just kidding. That's a joke. It's supposed to be a joke.
Roosevelt 33-12 over Marietta Valley tonight. Roosevelt looking pretty strong. We watched the film of them. Offensively, they're very, very good.
Yeah, I haven't gotten a chance to see Marietta Valley yet, but I would assume that there's a little talent differential there.
Right. Arlington had to rally to beat Poly. Superior was injured in the first quarter, came back late in the game, and they won that won 29-20.
Yeah, you take Superior Reed out of that lineup, and that team becomes a little more ordinary in a hurry.
All right.
Less superior.
But the good news is they won that. Less superior. They won the game. They came back. They did prove that. Now, your Redlands Terrier.
And he came back.
Yeah, your Redlands Terriers, the team that you favor most, as we all know, beats Los Osos 27-20 in triple overtime, according to our fans. Reaction.
I just want to know who was stuck covering that with the 3 overtimes.
I don't know. A couple overtime games. I guess Rim played an overtime game against Harupa Valley. Hey, by the way, Scott Pern at Patriot won tonight too over Valley View. I thought that was a little bit of a surprising game, 38-36. So, and by the way,
the Warriors starting to get their sea legs under Scott Pern, so that's good for him.
Right. Hey, by the way, you are number 1 in the You Pick'em game this week. 40. You had 40. You've now picked 49 on the season. I'm dead last right now among the VIP picks. I'm down.
I attribute that to voodoo.
Right. I'm down. You're 40. You've got 49.
John, you poking
55?
needles into dolls again?
There you go.
Always.
Always.
Right.
I had my Dave Zink doll out and had an adrenaline shirt on.
Was that a shameless plug?
That was a shameless plug.
I'm angling for another team.
Oh, another T-shirt. I like to hear that.
I got Marcus Soward on call waiting, but
All
I'll
right.
just let it go.
All right. Well, hey, we'll let you get back to that. We'll see you later. All right.
Have a good night.
All right, Prep Dog. Fans calling us 951.
Thanks for calling HS Game Time Live. This is David Zink. Who am I speaking with?
Okay.
Thank you for calling.
Thank you for calling.
Can I just say that guy called, or whoever that person was, called 6 times. I kept having to hang up on him. Well, Prep Dog we actually cut Prep Dog off for that.
Well, apparently he was. Well, I don't even want to go there. I started drinking.
I'm sorry. What?
Started drinking when Prep Dog came on.
You
So,
you were drinking?
Right.
Here we go. Thank you for calling HS Game Time Live. This is David Zink. Who am I speaking with?
This is Israel. I was at the Centennial Mater Dei game.
Great, Israel. We heard that Centennial had quite a successful night. Can you give us a little bit of a taste of how it was there tonight?
It was unbelievable. You know, I went to see if get a prime time game in, and to my surprise, Centennial just beat the snot out of Mater Dei.
Well,
and
were you rooting for Centennial?
Beat the snot.
Were you rooting for Centennial? But so you didn't.
I'm a Big 8 fan, so
Right.
yeah, I was going for Centennial.
You didn't think it would be that bad, though, did you?
Oh no, not at all. I thought it'd be at least a field goal.
Right.
I thought it'd be a game at least.
All right.
And, I'm sorry?
You thought it'd be a game, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You know, on the way out, I talked to one of the assistant coaches. I said, hey, what happened? You know, I go, I'm neither for or against. I just wanted to know, are you guys down? And he goes, no, not at all. And I'm like, well, then what's going on? You guys got some injuries? He goes, no, Centennial just beat the snot out of us. They're good. And I'm like, I was in shock when he said that to me. I'm like, are you serious? He goes, yeah. We don't even know what happened. I told him, I'm surprised to see what happened. He goes, so were we.
That's amazing. Hey, well, thank you so much for calling. We got another call on the line. We'll talk to you again next week.
All right.
Thank you for calling HS Game Time Live. This is David Zink. Who am I speaking with?
Is there any highlights for Citrus Valley football game tonight, the varsity one?
Not Citrus Valley. We didn't have anybody at Citrus Valley. We will have Citrus Hill later on in a little bit. So
Okay.
if you have any highlights, you can submit them to our website right now. But we'd appreciate it. We don't even have a score in that game. Were you at that game?
Yeah, the score was 14-13. Citrus Valley lost by 1.
They lost to Shadow. Is it Shadow Hills or Shandon Hills?
Shadow Hill.
Shadow Hills. Okay. Well, good. I appreciate you you giving us that score. That's a good one as well. Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it.
Go ahead.
Have a good night.
All right. We have another call.
Thank you for calling HS Game Time Live. This is David Zink. Who am I talking with?
Sean.
Sean, where are you from?
I'm from Rubidoux.
From Rubidoux. What game did you go to? The Patriot game?
I actually didn't attend any games tonight, but I actually had a question for you guys. How long do you guys think Rubidoux till they make the playoffs? How many years will it be this year? In the next couple years?
Well, based on last year and what they've done this, they could make the playoffs this year. We're 2 games into it, and last year they really struggled. So we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully, they can make it within the next couple years. But that's a rebuilding project.
It sure would be nice to see them get back to where they used to be.
Sure would.
That was one of the great, and it's one of the great programs
Sure would.
around. So
Hey, well, thank you very much for calling. We got another call. Have a good night.
All right, you're on HS Game Time Live. Who's this?
Thank you for calling HS Game Time Live. It's David Zink. Who am I talking with?
Dennis Paulson. We got any Fontana scores? Any Fontana? What do we got? What do we got working?
Dennis
Fontana?
Paulson. Is this Dennis Paulson?
This is Dennis Paulson.
How you doing, sir?
51-7. Summit beats Fontana. Miller beat Arroyo Valley 10-0, and Summit beat Fontana. So and Kaiser beat North. So good night for Fontana. Other than the intercity game there as well.
Yeah.
All right.
We got other calls. Thanks for calling, Coach.
How about Kaiser beat North?
Yeah,
right?
28-0.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Bye-bye.
Go ahead.
Dude, the mouse didn't work. Thank you for calling HS Game Time Live. This is David Zink. Who are we talking with?
How you doing, man? My name is Reggie.
Hey, Reggie. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from San Bernardino.
San Bernardino High School. You guys took a hard loss tonight?
Man, if you want to call it that, I mean, me personally, I think if my talents were showcased, then we went 70-12. The coach didn't want to put me in, man.
Didn't want to put you in. Why is that?
You tell me, man. I just feel like it was showcased. I play receiver, quarterback, and I do a little O-line, but I got in on kick return. I got a block. But I just think that direction we're going, we could have won something else.
Well, I'm sorry.
I think we could have won 70-12. I don't even know what the score was. I know they put up 70.
Yeah, I believe it.
Myself in my head put up 21.
Uh-huh. So, I'm really sorry.
How do you pep talk that 70-12? Well, I say 70-21. I think I put up 21. How do you bounce back from that, Dave?
To tell you the truth, you obviously got to get back to the drawing board. You guys got to take care of some business. Obviously, it's a good team you played. I mean, but you got to give a little credit to Palm Desert. Nonetheless, you got to pick yourself up.
I think at this point, I think Palm Desert could beat the Raiders. But
all right. Hey, well, thanks for your comments. We'll talk to you again soon. Okay, so Lewis.
Yep.
Okay, so now we're starting to get wise guys calling in.
Why don't you turn the phones off for a little bit and let's see what we can get. I'm trying to work on a couple of clips here. I've
got some highlights from the Mater Dei Centennial game if you want to look at those.
Yeah, let's see those.
No, I can't show them to you. I'll show them to Randy, but I'm not going to show them to you.
I'm back. Show them.
There we go. Wow.
Okay.
That's Roseville.
There we go.
Marietta Valley.
No, I think that's Mater Dei Centennial. Says right here.
Oh, there we are.
I really don't have a great view of this.
Who shot this footage?
Charlotte Braided.
There we go.
Nice.
And see you later.
Goodbye, Mater Dei.
Dude, that's a quarterback.
That's Eubank, isn't it?
Yep.
Wow.
And the proverbial point after.
Right. 7-0. Go.
It's good.
So this is the first time we've seen this footage, everybody, so we're looking at this as well.
So I guess a pro to going to Mater Dei is the fact that a lot of years you get to play with some really great players because they're able to bring in players from all over, being a private school and all. A con to playing at Mater Dei is the year that you don't have those players, you tend to get beat up because you play such stiff competition. You know?
All right. Yeah,
there you go.
And everyone gets up for you, too. That's the thing about Mater Dei.
Yeah, most definitely.
Everybody wants to play you. 14-0, and at this point.
And it's just going to keep going.
Look at the pressure. Look at the pressure on that one. I mean, look at that.
Wow.
Look at the defense there. Unbelievable.
I wish I could tell you who the players are, but the nice interception right there.
I'm going to try to see if I can get
Centennial is absolutely, I'm telling you. There's Eubanks again, running the ball again. Look at this. Another big run. Look at that, Lewis.
And
Just
what is
split
he,
the
like
two defenders.
6'3"?
6'5". He's at least 6'5". He's got like a size 16 foot. He's a giant. When he was a sophomore, I was at a playoff game. Centennial was playing, I forget. They were playing Mater Dei Valley in the playoffs. And that kid came out as part of the varsity squad. He was only a sophomore, had never taken a varsity snap. And gosh, who is that guy? I thought he was a receiver. And they said, oh, he's our next quarterback.
Well, I remember seeing how good he looked last year.
Yeah.
Oh,
Geez, they're just running. So I guess Mater Dei is rebuilding this year.
Well, I mean, obviously they're going to be. They're out to an.
That's 27-0.
0-2
3:06
start.
in the first quarter.
All right, 0-2 start. There's Eubank again.
Well, they got beat up by Carson, was it?
Yeah.
Beat up.
I don't think they really got beat up by Carson.
No, actually, Carson. It was a good game, but Carson kind of ran away with it in the end, I believe. All right, so you guys hanging their heads. It's not even halftime. That's not good. So when do you think that Logan called off the dogs, started putting it back? Look at another one. It's 3 huge runs.
That's it's just looping now.
Oh, it is. You're right. I was going to say that's 3 huge runs. That's crazy.
I would have liked to.
Okay, so now wait. We can go from that to I got Santiago Marietta. Have we seen that one yet? Vista Marietta Santiago.
That one yet.
So we'll throw this one in there. Wow, little production value here.
All right. This is Tom Bray showing some cheerleaders from Vista Marietta.
Ladies and gentlemen, Amy Alvarez, your local room.
Santiago home game.
There you go, Mom.
Little back
So this is, you can see kind of the physicality of this game here early on. Santiago with an attempt. And there was a field goal attempt. That was good. Not sure on the yardage there.
And I hate their colors.
How can you say that?
Black and green.
It's not black and green. How do you say that?
Black and teal.
Yeah, there you go.
Come on now. Canyon
Whatever.
Springs is the same colors.
Right.
Horrible
I
colors.
bet you call
red.
Horrible colors.
So
It's green. Teal is green, okay?
I guess I can't talk because my school and your school have the same colors, basically.
Come on. Would you wear that uniform? Really?
Sure I would.
Okay.
Which one to play for a coach like Steinberg?
I
I'd
didn't-
rather play for Coley Candale, but I mean, come on.
I don't know.
Lewis would do anything.
I have no more opinions, obviously.
I would do anything to wear what?
A football jersey.
No.
You never got into one.
No, I never.
No, he likes skirts.
I like skirts.
So we got the band playing,
Big band.
all dressed up for the
They
event.
don't have uniforms at
All
Santiago?
dressed up.
Or is that like that was like maybe the middle school band possibly? And there's band members up the top.
I'm not saying anything.
There's kind of see Santiago's passing attack. That's a beautiful play.
That was a great play.
And we saw this from Santiago when we looked at them in passing league. That they have the ability to strike very, very quickly, but it doesn't look like they're quite there yet. But that looked nice. 10-7 now.
Their celebrations are great too.
Very.
I mean, those are first rate. And back to Vista.
Look at that, and there's nothing going offensively. You can see where they were struggling. A little pass over the top. I will tell you one thing about Vista Marietta that I like, that they tackle really, really
Relentless
well.
defense. They chase the ball.
And I think that's something that it's sort of understated in high school football. There it is. There's a final clip, a pick.
It's understated. It's understated at any level because, it's kind of funny because I was listening to Franco Harris talk about the Immaculate Reception on Dan Patrick this week, and he was talking about what he was taught at Penn State. What he was taught at Penn State was, and that my coach always taught me this too, pursue the ball to the end of the play. If it's not thrown to you and the ball's thrown, go to the ball. Always go to the ball. And the reason he got that Immaculate Reception was because he was going to the football and it bounced back towards him, obviously running in for that touchdown. I think it was in 72.
All right.
But interesting because that's the truth. You have to go to the football.
All right. Hey, before we show Angels footage from Citrus Hill, Great Oak, I want to mention that Andy Martinez of Riverside was our winner tonight in the You Pick'em contest. He had 22 of 25 right. His final score was 28-14 Great Oak. So he had the best score approximation. Charlotte Jones of Moreno Valley, she finished second. She had 22 of 25 right. Picked Great Oak 29-21. Darren LaRue, one of the better prognosticators of our prep football stuff, 22 of 25, but he picked Citrus Hill to win. Emery Miko of Sun City had 22 right, but also picked Citrus Hill to win. And Leslie Wood of Sells, Arizona, had 21 right and finished 5th overall. Dave Zink has basically, let me look this up here. Dave Zink, he finished, he beat me, I think, again. He had 42 right so far for the contest. I'm down to 41. So Randy Leva hasn't got into the contest yet.
Why you got to call me out like that?
You need to be in the contest. All right, while we're doing this right now, let's go through the scores again and update where we're at for the night and making sure that things are working. Mater Dei, as we mentioned, loses 44-13. We talked about that a lot. We saw Vista Murrieta footage there, 21-17, the win for Vista Murrieta. Norco beats Etiwanda on the road, and Randy Leva 49-35.
Yes.
What's next for Norco?
Norco will be at Upland next week.
And Upland, I believe, beat Serrano tonight. So Upland, a divisional champion against Norco. Norco, that should be a good game. That's going to be a tough place to play up at Upland as well. Etiwanda plays Miller, which is a 10-0 winner tonight as well. All right, next game for us.
Rancho Verde 48, Yucaipa 14. Yucaipa will host San Gorgonio next week, and Rancho Verde has a bye.
Right, Rancho Verde gets to get ready to go into Big 8. They are 3-0. I'm sorry, Inland Valley League play as we move forward. All right, Colton on the road at La Quinta. What was the final score there?
La Quinta 14, Colton 3. Colton will host Bloomington next week, and La Quinta will be on the road at Arlington.
All right, let's go and let's look at, let me see here, La Quinta, all right, next game as well, Murrieta Valley and Roosevelt.
Murrieta Valley, Roosevelt. Roosevelt 33, Murrieta Valley 12.
All right, and keep going through your list there. Arlington and Poly.
Arlington 29, Poly 20. Arlington will host La Quinta next week, and Citrus Hill will be at Poly.
All right. All right, number 10, Redlands needed 3 overtimes to knock out Los Osos tonight, 27-20 for the Terriers. They will play at La Costa Canyon next week as we continue our torrid pace of games against San Diego County teams. Los Osos plays at Vista Murrieta. That should be an interesting game as well. Los Osos falls to 2-1, and the Terriers are 2-0-1. West Valley and Paloma Valley, 31-21. What do you want, Dennis Pope? You're leaving? You're done? Do we have your footage, though? That is true. Okay, so that's in Kaiser North for Dennis Pope. Dennis Pope, good seeing you, man. Fieldhouse of My Brain, take a look at WordPress. Fieldhouseofmybrain.com. Fieldhouse. DennisPope.wordpress.com. Take a look at his blog. If you go to our Facebook page on HS Game Time Live, you can see Dennis's writings on there as well. And by the way, Randy should be updating Facebook, but she's probably not. So, all right, Paloma Valley. Thank you, Dennis. Yeah. Paloma Valley traveled over to Mustang Canyon to play West Valley, 31-21. They lose to the Mustangs of West Valley. That's a good one. Paloma plays at beleaguered Cathedral City right now, which got handed to them again for the second week in a row. West Valley plays Laguna Hills on a Thursday night. We have to check that one. I don't know if that's right or not. But West Valley is 2-1 on the season. Paloma Valley is 0-2. Kaiser, go ahead.
Kaiser 28, North 0. Big blowout there.
That is a big blowout.
So upsetting for Coach Mark Paredes.
Right.
They had high hopes for him.
Well,
There's still time.
The season's not over.
The season's not over.
We're barely getting started here.
Right. How are things looking over there, Dave?
Things look grand.
We're
flipping through photos as we speak. I've got Kaiser North's video, and I'm waiting on the, I think it was Citrus Hill. What was the game that you were looking for?
I'm going to show you Heritage in a minute here. I'm going to save it here, and we'll get to you right here in a minute.
All righty.
Okay, go ahead and keep going.
All right, we
have a phone call.
Oh, phone call. Take it.
Thank you for calling HS Game Time Live. This is David Zink. Who am I speaking with?
Oh, yeah, that'd be great. Yeah.
And it's out. Yeah, keep going.
Great Oak 21, Citrus Hill 7. Great Oak will host Vista next week, and Citrus Hill will be at Poly.
And Citrus Hill, they had a winning streak snap tonight, right?
Yes, they did. Unfortunately, and hopefully they can have a comeback next week.
We'll have some footage from Great Oak Citrus Hill momentarily. And
this is Kaiser North that you're looking at while we're reading scores.
Well, let's look at this for a minute. So Kaiser North. So Kaiser, just a dominating performance, a great win for the Cats of Kaiser. You see some real defensive pressure there. Look at that hit. What? Stop. Wind that back up. Wait a minute, Zink. Come on now. Look at this hit. This is out of hand. Look at that celebration.
What a great somersault.
What a great, yeah.
Here
Over the middle. But okay, wait, stop. Look at the defensive pressure that they put on North right here.
Here we go. Ready?
Right. 1, 2. They blitz, and then they get it off. But nice, very nice.
Quit beating your mic up.
That's a win, huh?
There you go.
Quit eating your mic.
To the house.
Quit eating my mic.
There's that linebacker, Taylor, to the house, the defensive interception for a touchdown.
Right.
He also had an offensive touchdown we'll get to see here in a minute. And I believe that he preserved the shutout late in the game by stopping somebody on a touchdown run. There you go. Wow.
Now, North had some opportunities there.
They look pretty good.
Yeah.
Left-handed quarterback? There it is.
Right.
Well, maybe that's him.
Right.
I don't know which one it was. Right there. It is. That was him, yep. There he goes. Offensive.
Right, there you go.
Oh, and stop that, please.
Hey, guess what? I'm going to have footage for you here momentarily of the Heritage.
We did show the so we have showed. Okay, let's run through it again then. I'm just going to keep on talking scores, guys. I'm just going to run over some highlights.
Pick up where you left off.
Heritage 35, Beaumont 14. Beaumont will be on the road at Valley View next week, and Takowitz will host Heritage.
This is Roosevelt, Marietta Valley, just so you know.
Temecula Valley 31, Lakeside 10. Temecula Valley will be at will host Elsinore next week, and Lakeside will be hosting La Sierra. Norte Vista 20, Ramona 8. Ramona has a bye next week, and Norte Vista will be at Carter in Rialto. Summit 51, Fontana 7. Summit has a bye next week, and San Bernardino will host Fontana.
Got a call right quick. Let's take the call.
Right quick.
Right quick. Why does he make fun of me, Randy? Why do you have to tease me like that?
I like your
Just Game Time Live, David Zink. Who am I speaking with?
Hey, David Zink. My name's Rick over at Summit High.
Hey, Rick, I hear you guys won again tonight, huh? Off to a great start this year.
We didn't know, Dave. We did not win. What we did was, I can't discuss it on here.
Well, wait. Let's not get too cocky. Let's just talk about the game. You guys.
We're not getting cocky. We're taking this day by day. Man.
So you guys really took it to Fontana. Must feel good to get that inter-city rivalry all.
We took it back up. We took it them just as hard. I mean, they just, geez.
Not good, huh?
Oh, poor Fontana. I feel bad.
Is that right?
Some of them were real. Fontana is, I think, me and my sister, and we could all beat them.
Well, hey, thank you so much for calling. We got another phone call.
Hey, wait. What's going on? What's going on in Blackman? How come he's not playing?
Sir?
Oh, he's gone. Didn't want to answer that question, I guess.
I guess not. No, he did. I kind of cut him off. I was trying to get back to you guys so you guys can finish the scores.
I'm just looking at the chat room. There's like hundreds of comments in here about just who knows what.
Really?
Yeah.
Who doesn't like you?
Someone's talking.
Anyway, all right.
They're talking. I'm sorry. They're talking what?
Yeah. All right. Keep going, Randy.
I don't cuss, so.
I heard it. You do cuss. I just heard it.
Well, it's a cuss word. Tell me what a cuss word is.
Wow.
Crud. That's what I said. That's right.
All right. Keep going.
San Jacinto 47, Cathedral City 7.
Don't lie. You're just compounding.
I'm
a
not
bad
lying.
word with a lie.
Tell me. We can't have an argument on air like this.
It's not good for the show.
You're ruining the ratings. This is a family show
that's
here.
Right. All right, keep going.
Let me keep going. I'm just breaking my stride here.
Don't call me dear.
Cathedral City will host Paloma Valley.
You're just trying to get a rise out of her. He's trying to
get adrenaline out of me.
I already got a rise out of her.
By the way, the Heritage video with the Nels Jensen stand-up is there.
I'm trying to get to it, man. Doing the best I can.
Nels did a stand-up?
Yeah, he did.
Oh.
All right.
San Jacinto will be at Indio next week. Patriot 38, Valley View 36. 6.
That's a good win, by the
Super
way.
close game
Yeah,
there.
super good win. That's a great win, 38-36 as well.
See that? Keep it clean, Z.
Right, there you go.
HSI fan.
Okay.
Indio 27, Hemet 19.
Not, Hemet 0-3 start. The Hemet has only had one winless season in school history. That was in 1997, I believe. They were 0-10 that, obviously 0-10 that year, but they're starting to feel like that might be a remote possibility this year if they don't start scoring some points and winning some of these games that are winnable games for them. So that could be a problem. India moves to 1-1. Continue.
Takowitz 41, Marietta Mesa 12. Marietta Mesa will host Citrus Valley next week, and Heritage will travel to Takowitz.
So Taquitz's 2 wins are against Douglas and against Marietta Mesa. They had lost a close one to Temescal Canyon last week, so we still don't know how good Takowitz is as they look forward to Mountain Pass League play. Continuing along.
Arroyo Valley 10, Miller 0. Arroyo Valley will be at Eisenhower next week, and Etowanda will host Miller.
All right.
Silverado, I had a tie here, 13-13.
I'll double check that score real quick. Yeah.
Okay.
But I think it's 13-3.
Can you?
Let me double check that real quick.
Okay.
Continue on.
I'm gonna have you help me out with this one.
Right.
The Rialto score, I do not have that.
28-14, Rialto on the road at Oak Hills, winning that one as well. So Rialto moving to 2-0. Oak Hills falls to 1-1. You have a call, Dave? Dave, we have a call?
1 minute. I'm trying to get video. I'm doing like 5 things here, guys. Yeah, you're just sitting there, so take it easy. HS Game Time Live. This is David. What can I do?
Hello?
Hello, who's
Hey,
this?
Who's this?
We asked you first.
All right. Goodbye.
Yeah, phone calls are not getting
If
anywhere.
you're calling us, take that thing down because it's just these people are out of hand now. All right, 28-14, Rialto is the win. Okay, Randy, so Palm Desert.
Palm Desert 70, San Bernardino 12. Palm Desert will be down in, or is that up in? It's so off the map for me, I don't even know. Down up to Hesperia?
Up to Hesperia, right.
Up. Thank you for that help there, Zink. I appreciate it.
We're going to bring on Eric Paul Johnson.
Oh,
here comes
we have
another
a
call.
Do we want to take it?
Yes.
We do.
We'll take it. We'll take one more call.
We're risking it. Here we
Right.
go.
Hey, you want a cookie or something?
Hey, this is HS Game Time Live. David Zink. Who am I talking with?
This is Nick Lane.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Nick Lane.
Hey, Nick. How you doing? What game are you at tonight?
Playing in the Poly Arlington Jam.
Oh, and you played for Poly?
Arlington High School.
Oh, for Arlington High School. You guys had to come back against Poly, huh?
Yeah.
That was kind of tough. So, so tell me this: how is Superior Reed doing? Hello.
He's all right. He's good.
He's good.
He's kind of sore.
What did he do? Roll his ankle?
Yeah, somebody just landed on top of him. But
Is that right? But I heard he came back and scored a couple touchdowns later, didn't he?
yeah, he did.
He did. So, and you guys have come back twice. Obviously, you show some resilience in your team. But, moving forward, you guys got a pretty tough schedule moving forward. Who do you guys got next week, and what do you think your chances are next week?
Who do you guys got next week, and what do you think?
We have a team to.
Tough team.
If we play how we did today, there's no way.
Yeah, they're going to be a good defensive team. Obviously, going to take it to you, but you guys will do all right. Hey, congratulations on the win tonight. We got to move on. So, talk with Eric Paul Johnson. Thanks again for calling. We'll talk to you again next time. All right, Lewis.
Okay,
there you go. So there's a
I
kid
wanna
from
correct that
Arlington.
one.
Wait, there's a kid from Arlington talking
Right.
about Superior Reed. Said that he rolled it, but he's okay, and that he obviously came back in the game. So, but he had to have it taped and everything, and things are a little tough for a minute there. But I guess they got him back. And look, Lewis looking good there.
I'm trying to fix something.
Hold on, let me go
Switch the
to
camera.
go to me in the newsroom. We can look at people walking around acting. Oh my gosh, there's a frenzy out there, and here I am waving my
That's all
hand.
right. Okay, so were you able to get the footage from the
You are
game?
you are pretty flipping.
Well, I'm trying
demanding.
to figure out.
Flipping demanding.
I'm trying to figure out the.
Why don't you sit down so we can see you on camera? Because I'm
Well,
looking
there
at
I
your
am.
midsection. There you
There
are.
I am, yes.
So what are we looking for, Lewis?
We're looking for Angels footage.
Yeah, I've got it right here.
All right.
I've had it ready for minutes.
I wanted to make sure it wasn't crashing the whole system. So, since we had those problems before. All right. Let's cut to the chase. Let's show cue the Centennial stuff up. Let's hold that.
Centennial stuff?
Yeah. Because
okay, so you talk about Citrus Hill, then you go, let's go to Centennial.
Well, we'll show this hill in a minute.
For Pete's sake.
And then you can find the heritage content too.
Yeah, I'll tell you
Okay.
what. If I could find a lot of things. You think
$1 million?
Can we do this? Eric, I apologize for making you wait. Here's some highlights for you, Eric. Why don't you go over the top and tell us? By the way, the quarterback had a great night, obviously, huh?
Yeah, Michael Eubank.
Okay, got to turn his mic on.
Got him.
Yeah.
Yeah, Michael Eubank there finishes the night 200 yards passing, 180 yards rushing, 5 total touchdowns, and most of that damage was done in the first half. I mean, Centennial really let up after going up 44-0 on Mater Dei.
All right, let's go to the tape.
There I am.
There we are. Sorry, let's go to the tape.
That's not it.
There
it
we
is.
go.
Okay.
You can talk over it.
Yeah, here's Eubank. A great job keeping on the keeper. Saw 41 crashing down, and he just takes off 82 yards. Third play from scrimmage, and this was after Centennial had a 98-yard kickoff return brought back.
Pause that for a second. Okay. Pause that and back that up for a second. I'm sorry. Just back it up for a quick second. Because you're so good, it's gonna be great.
You know, it's really driving me nuts is the fact that you absolutely drive me nuts to this. What do you want there, Lou?
I want to ask Eric a question. Okay, Eubank and Randy kind of pointed this a little bit too. What does this game mean for him on a national level and a recruiting level? I mean, look at this guy.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, if you can't maybe see, you can see he's a big kid.
Right. He looks like Usain Bolt there almost.
6'5", 230-pound quarterback,
Right.
rocket arm. But here you see great ability to read and look at the speed for this kid. And this is one of those interesting games. Mater Dei has a quarterback on their team, very, similar size, similar arm, Max Wittick.
Right.
Tonight, Wittick was 11 of 25, 176 yards through 2 interceptions. Max Wittick is one of the biggest recruits in the nation going to USC. Michael Eubank has 1 college offer right now, and it's from Northern Colorado. So I think if people get some footage on him and see, especially in this game against the Mater Dei, and maybe see what he does against Chaparral next week, he's earning Division I.
Okay, I'm going to say this right now. That pace he ran, and that 80 yards with pads on, I'm telling you right now, he is a sub 11-second 100-meter guy. I'm just looking at him right now, the way he runs and where that stride length is. You don't believe me? You think?
I totally believe you. I'm on board.
I'm telling you.
Last year he surprised even their coaches. They didn't know he could run, that well, and now they are designing plays to get him to run. And basically on that long touchdown run, they basically told him, watch 41, he's crashing in.
Right.
If you see it, take the ball out.
A second ago.
And he obviously saw it several times during the game because, boy, he had some long runs tonight.
Yeah, I mean, he had runs of, 82, 44, 17, and and like I said, he's got maybe the strongest arm of any quarterback in the area.
And quick release.
Yeah. That's obviously Centennial's, MO is just to get the ball out as quickly as possible. But, that was a play that even fooled the public address announcer. He didn't know that Eubank had the ball there. So, and also does not know that his name is Michael Eubank and not Michael Eubanks.
Hey, I was looking at this. Zink and I were arguing this earlier about that I think a lot of us thought that Centennial would win this game because of the injuries. But did you think it would be so lopsided?
I had a feeling it could be about a 3 or 4 touchdown game. I did not expect to see 44-0 by the third quarter.
Right.
At halftime, when it was 37-0, I went to the Mater Dei football website because I was starting to look up worst losses in Mater Dei history.
I grabbed one.
We did too.
2005, 48-7 to Michigan. Yeah.
Right, and then before that, you had there was a 44-point loss to De La Salle in '99, and the biggest one I could find was another Inland Empire team back in 1993 championship game in Division I. Eisenhower beating them 56-3. So, I mean, and it was well on that way. It was 44-0. Centennial had the ball, starting to drive, and an interception return. They were just trying to move the ball out of the line. Interception return got Mater Dei on the board, and then Mater Dei's first string offense scored against Centennial's
All right,
second
look
string
at that
defense.
stride length, Dave Zink. I mean, every college recruiter.
I think we need to go time him.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, he is running. I mean, he's an 80-yard run. Every college recruiter in the country is going to be scratching their head. It's like, why is this kid not on our radar?
What I don't understand is just based on pure physical presence and what he hasn't done a ton, but what he's done so far. You would think that people would have more of a look at him, and a lot of people would have more of a look at him. I mean, guys like, well, look at Taylor Martinez, the things that he's doing at quarterback comes out of there. Different kids that come out of Centennial, you just got to know.
And I mean, the thing with Eubank, he's one of those classic kids who was too big to play Pop Warner football, at his age. So a lot of people didn't get to see him early.
Right.
He split time last year at quarterback, so a lot of people didn't know him. They know about his arm. I mean, this is a kid who has, one of the strongest arms I've seen of a quarterback out here in quite some time.
Sure.
And he's starting to add touch. When you first got him out there, it was throw it, you didn't know where it was going. He's got the touch now, and his speed as a runner is unbelievable. It used to be, he would get out there and just run a couple people over 10 yards, 11 yards. Last year he would not have been able to break that for an 82-yard run.
Right. Well, it looked like we saw before halftime, I think that 27-0, right after that when they went up 27-0, you look at the Mater Dei players on the field hanging heads. They knew this game was over at that point.
And it's one of those things where, I was asking Coach Logan, was he disappointed about, the kickoff return getting called back? And he said, returns are kind of bonus for them. They feel no matter where they're at on the field, they can score. And, I mean, this game they scored on their first two possessions like that. But it was still 14-0 midway through the second half. And then 5:46 left, they scored a touchdown. Mater Dei goes 3 and out. 2 minutes later, another touchdown. Mater Dei goes 3 and out. 2 minutes later, they score again, and then Mater Dei goes 3 and out again, and then Centennial drives again to get a field goal right before halftime. And you could see they really wanted to send a message. And it's one of those things where there's no doubt those Centennial players know who they're playing next week, and wanted to let them know.
Well, and they haven't taken the foot off the gas yet this year. Every game they've played, they've pretty much been full throttle.
And I asked Coach Logan one thing. I said, you've had great offenses. You think of some of the teams in the past with Taylor Martinez at quarterback, Matt Scott at quarterback. I asked him, can you remember a season where the offense was clicking so well this early? And he said, really, he can't. I mean, and the thing is they're still trying to figure out their offensive line. They were having guys playing center and right guard. They were moving guys around. They're still trying to find.
And they've been dealing with injuries in the offensive line, right?
Yeah, last year they had a lot. They had a little bit this year. Barrington Collins was a little nicked up today. He still ran for 133 yards.
Well, I thought the other part. Am I turned down?
No, you're on.
What's going on with the sound?
What sound?
I don't know. It seems like it's awfully low.
There, do you want there?
There you go.
Is it loud enough for you now, Lewis?
I thought that defensively too. The few clips we saw from them defensively, they looked really, really good too.
Yeah, they're very physical. We saw the two very nice interceptions. One by Daniel Morellis was, Max Wittick has a big arm for Mater Dei, and he threw one, and Morellis just reached over his head, caught it. Chris Gonzalez made a diving interception later. They got Ryan Jack, their all-CIF linebacker, back for this game as middle linebacker. But the guy to really watch out for on this defense, Milo Jordan, number 55, played offensive line last year. They moved him back to defensive line. Just a big presence at defensive end, only a junior, and I could see him getting some major looks next year.
All right, let me do this real quick.
Really quick before you go there. Matt Logan, he's always kind of a sandbagger, always even keeled. Did he at any point on the sideline ever? I mean, did you see that? It's got to be a thrill.
I mean, there was definitely you could see he wanted to send a message because late in that second quarter, he was calling timeouts to make sure his offense got to make sure the offense got the ball back. He really wanted to send that message too, and Matt Logan gave maybe the shortest pregame speech.
Is that right?
That he doesn't give long pregame speeches, but he basically said, let's not worry about this too much. We know who we have next. So, definitely they weren't looking ahead, but they definitely want Chaparral. I mean, that's definitely a game they're looking forward to.
It's going to be a hell of a game.
Somebody predicted there'd be 105,000 people in that game.
We were saying how many they were talking about. We were thinking, is the Coliseum moving to the Southwest Riverside
Well, it's
County?
one of those things. From what I've noticed in games past, Mater Dei does travel well inside Orange County, not as well the Inland Empire. 20 minutes to game time, Mater Dei's stands were only about halfway filled. I guess there was some traffic and accidents coming on up, but by the time a lot of the fans got there, it was 14-0 3 minutes in.
By the way, 91 freeway advisory, right? Full closure on the.
Actually, they pushed it to tomorrow.
Oh, so very nice.
It's actually open right now.
They knew that you guys had to get back from the game.
Yeah.
Right.
So.
Okay, let me do this real quick because I want to throw this at him. And by the way, you missed a couple of great
And
shots.
you're standing up.
I am standing up. I want to stand up because I need to stand up for a minute because I'm just tired.
Me too.
Yeah. You missed Prep Dog walking down the aisle
Yeah.
with a piece of cake the size of your head.
Wow, that's a few calories.
And then Amy Schroeder called, Amy Schroeder, the coach of the wife of Mike Schroeder, and she called to say, "I'm letting you know that I'm kicking all your butts in the football pick'em contest, and she's number 4 right now. So she's in 4th place overall."
Congratulations,
I know she's
Amy.
probably way ahead of me. I had a terrible.
I guess
week.
when you got nothing else better to do, that's what you do.
Right. So in her kid, who I'm afraid of, is like number 8. So
You're afraid of her kid?
Yeah, he's massive.
Well, compared to you.
And he's driving in East Hemet. So yeah, okay. All right, let me do this real quick. I want to.
So should we cut to you while you're standing up being a madman?
Sure, go right ahead.
There you go.
There I am. There I am. All right, I want to do this real quick because I want to throw this to Eric Paul Johnson because this is my little thing I do with him. Okay, so we already know that you thought this would be a big win for Centennial. You didn't expect it. Everyone like this? Hello? There, okay, there I am. All right, I'm going to sit back down. All right, you didn't think this would be a big. You knew it was going to be a big win, and it was.
I didn't expect to get out of hand
Right.
so early. Yeah.
Right. All right. So we know that one. Let's go to number 2, Vista Murrieta at Santiago. And are you sure my mic's on?
Yes, your mic is on.
I can't hear myself at all.
I can't hear you either.
What's that?
I can't hear you either.
You guys turned. We may not be on.
You're on, dude.
Okay.
We got audio. Talk.
Check 1, 1, 2, 1, 2.
It's there.
1, 2. Okay.
Faintly hearing.
Faintly hearing.
Well, you got volume for your speakers.
Did you turn the headphones controllers off? In the main thing, in the main switcher right there.
I've turned nothing off.
Okay. All right. Let's go back to this for a second. Vista Murrieta Santiago. Vista Murrieta needed to rally in this one to beat Santiago 21-17. Surprise?
A little bit there. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was that louder or not loud enough?
Definitely louder.
Well, you guys are complaining about not being loud now.
I saw the halftime score with Santiago up 10-7. It's one of those things. I felt Santiago was going to be an improved team. That first score when they lost pretty bad to Dana Hills. I thought maybe otherwise, but we've seen come back a good win over Chino Hills. They play Vista Murrieta tight. I definitely think both strong teams. Vista Murrieta clearly still a title contender.
All right, Norco 49-35 over Etowanda. I don't know, if you look at our board here, we talked about this today. You look at the Mission Viejo Corona thing, you're like, well, that's closer than you thought. But this game feels a little bit closer than the score, final score, maybe indicates that Etowanda gave Norco some fits.
Yeah, and I think Etowanda we know can throw the ball, and Norco's defense, we remember last year had some problems. So, but. Norco definitely with the great equalizer, Kelsey Young, 6 touchdowns tonight. So.
Jeez, 6 touchdowns. How about that?
Thank God.
All right, Etowanda plays Miller next week, and then Upland for Norco.
It's going to be a good test for Norco again. They're starting to they're playing a couple potential playoff opponents from that baseline league.
All right.
So Upland, the defending Central Division champs.
All right, Rancho Verde, number 5 ranked team. They got their offense rolling tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Several hundred yards of offense, 48-14 over Yucaipa.
Yeah, I talked to
surprise?
Kevin.
No surprise?
No surprise there. I talked to Kevin Pearson while I was heading on in. Told me Rancho scored on every possession in the first half. Travis Champion, a brilliant first half. So I think we're starting to see the offense that struggled in the first couple of weeks. We're seeing Champion get a little bit more comfortable.
So have they gone away from the platooning quarterbacks?
It sounds like it. He said Champion was like 14 of 20 in the first half,
Right.
and there were 4 or 5 drops. So,
wow.
This just in via text message, by the way. I'm now on a Dave Zink headhunt. I'm something out HS game time, and he's dogging me LOL from Amy Schroeder.
Wow.
I'm not dogging you. I'm
FB
stating.
Mom 85.
I'm stating the painfully obvious. She graduated 85?
1985.
Go 85.
I'm a high school.
85.
All
Oh,
right.
sorry.
Colton on the road at La Quinta. We talked about this earlier about Dan Armstrong as being one of the great coaches in our region, and he takes care of Colton tonight 14-3. Surprise, no surprise?
That was probably the most stunning score I saw. That surprises me more than the Mater Dei Centennial final.
Really?
Anytime you hold Colton to no touchdowns.
Right, that's true.
That is very impressive considering what they came off of. And La Quinta lost its opener, so definitely a bounce back for them. So
La Quinta lost its opener to Valley Center.
Valley
so
Center. Valley Center is a very good team.
Right.
But, like I said, anytime you can hold Colton out of the end zone, that's impressive.
All right, Murrieta Valley at Roosevelt. We watched the footage of them. Do we have that footage? We can show that footage. I think offensively, they look very, very impressive and fun to watch. They are very skilled. 33-12. Surprise? No surprise. You can see some of this. This is Murrieta Valley early on.
I believe that might be a little. So Joey Legier.
There's that weird play again.
Yeah.
Legier is number 3.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so here Aaron Crone, another guy who, kind of we see what Roosevelt likes to do, throw the ball up, let the receivers go. That's going to work against some teams. Once they get into the league, it could be a little bit of trouble. But yeah, Joey Legier is running back, really impressive out there. But Crone, like I said, this is Roosevelt's kind of MO. Just throw the ball up and go. Like I said, that's going to work against a few teams.
Right.
It's not going to work against a lot.
Right.
So.
It seemed that a couple fans that called in seemed to think that it would work a lot better than, because I was saying, if you have the same offenses before, what's different from past years? And they didn't quite get that. People have handled them with this offense. Obviously, Joey Legier adds another dimension to it, but I don't know if
he's a tough runner. But you start throwing some of those lob passes up against Centennial.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen. You got to remember, last year Roosevelt came in very confident in that game against Centennial and walked away very disappointed. So,
and a lot of high school defense have become sophisticated enough that even when you're running a single back shotgun situation with twins on either side, that they know how to cover it now. So it's not like it's a really tough thing. There's they got basically you're running a 3-3 or pretty something similar to get that done. So I don't find this surprising. I will find it surprising if they could do this against a team in the Big 8.
Yeah, they might do it against a few teams in the Big 8, but they still got to prove. They've beaten Norco in the past, they've beaten Santiago, so the big test is can this work against the Centennial? Because Centennial right now is looking unbelievable. I've never seen a Centennial offense look this good this early. So that's
could you say that he's ever had a quarterback? He's had great quarterbacks, but one of who had a game like that?
The thing that makes Eubank so impressive and different is his size. But you think back to Lamar Broadway, you think to Matt Scott and Taylor Martinez. They're all guys who could throw and run. Taylor Martinez was one of the best combination passers.
But they weren't
throwers,
6'5" though.
But they weren't 6'5".
Right.
And like I said, the thing that's most impressive about 6'5" is you fool a lot of opponents. They don't think you can do that.
That's the best play of the year so far, by the way.
Yeah.
Right there.
I didn't hear you gasp.
That should just be our.
What's your little sign off? What?
Yeah.
Sorry, Eric. We're distracted. All right, wait. Let's go back to the Arlington Poly photos.
To the photos?
Right, because we're gonna talk about Poly and Arlington.
Oh, okay.
So Arlington lost Superior Reed for a bit, and he came back. I don't know what he did exactly, but 29-20, they had a rally against Poly. Did that surprise you?
Yeah, definitely. I saw the halftime score that it was 20-8, I believe, at one point. So Arlington, it's one of those things you don't want to be doing early, and that's having to play catch up. Because you get up against a team where that's not going to be possible.
Right.
So they need to start coming out of the gates a little bit better.
And John Murphy's favorite team, the Redlands Terriers, they needed some overtime help to knock out Los Osos. That was not. This is not a surprising game because Los Osos is very solid. 27-20. Who goes out of the top 10 next week? Colton? Do they go out? Who comes in?
Colton could come out. You got to look at Summit.
Right.
It wouldn't be so much on their win over Fontana Day as would be the tie to Redlands over there. But a lot of people. I'm still one of those ones that until someone beats Kaiser in the Sunkist League, you got to look at Kaiser. And the shutout of North was very impressive.
Right. That was very impressive.
So we know they can definitely play some defense. So I think you're looking at the teams that are on the bubble right now are would have been Santiago had they won, but
Right.
Kaiser and Summit are probably the two teams that have the best shot at
Hey,
moving in.
can you cue up the Great Oak footage? Citrus Hill?
Citrus Hill, Great Oak. Yeah, right here.
All right, so Great Oak knocking out a big win tonight. It's not in our top 10, but I think it's notable. It's like, I think it was our game of the week or something. But 21-7 Citrus Hill, over Citrus Hill tonight. And what did you think of this one?
I'm sorry. I thought Citrus Hill. We knew they were gonna maybe have some struggles replacing a lot of new starters, but this actually ends their long regular season winning streak that I believe that they had. So,
right. 30-some games, right?
Yeah, in the regular.
What was it, Randy?
35.
35 games.
35 games in the regular season. So, they've lost their overall streak. They've lost their regular season streak. Now they got to hold on to that league winning streak. So, that's going to be big. But for, you got to figure what Davian Payne had done the first 2 weeks for Great Oak to hold him to Citrus Hill to one touchdown.
Right.
Very impressive. So.
Right. Very impressive as well. Okay. So this is some of the footage you're seeing from Citrus Hill and Great Oak as well. So that's going to be a storyline to follow as Citrus Hill moves towards the Mountain Pass League. Centennial was a big winner tonight. The other one that we're going to show here momentarily after this would be the Heritage game. Heritage winning 35-14 over Beaumont. They are 3-0 now. Does that surprise you?
I thought Beaumont had a good shot there, but
Zink called what you were picking Citrus Hill the whole time, or no? I'm
No,
sorry,
I called Heritage the whole way.
Yeah, I was the only one who picked Beaumont out of her 5 staffers.
Right.
But Heritage they're definitely. It seems like they're extremely well coached under Craig Broach out there. So
Right.
they're putting up some impressive wins.
Lewis, where would that Heritage footage be?
It's in Web Pro.
It is.
Right.
Spectacular because I haven't been able to find it. But I'll take another look, sir.
I just put it in there.
And I apologize.
All right. Eric Paul Johnson, thank you so much for joining us for a few minutes. Okay, we're going to talk next week for sure about the showdown.
Yeah, like I said, I think Mr. Murphy's going to be there at that one since it's down at Chapel
We should all be
Hill,
there
but-
now. There should be a party. We should have a Press Enterprise HS Game Time party in the parking lot, or you know what? We just go over to the Outback beforehand, have some dinner.
Blooming onion.
There you go.
There we
Have a
go.
blooming onion and walk over to the game after and watch the game, and then do HS Game Time live.
But it's definitely, like I said, if I had to put, looking at the schedules this year, game of the year, out of anything, this is it.
This
right
is
here.
it. All
This
right.
is the one.
Eric Paul Johnson, great as always. Next up, we're going to have the. Did you find that?
I'm looking.
I just put it in there.
Keep rolling. Just keep
Let
filling.
me actually make sure I got it in there. Let me make sure I wasn't logged off.
All I have
of
to
it.
do is find the folder. If you give me just 2 seconds, I can get it for you.
I'm on there. Connect. Week 3, by the way. I'm on there. Okay, so it's in there. Okay, so Randy Leva.
Yep.
My good friend Randy Leva, who is in her 3rd week here with us at HS Game Time Live. Randy, let's talk about.
For a second, I thought you were going to say in my 30s. I got really nervous.
Did you?
Yeah. I almost felt close to your age.
No,
Close.
you're not even close to my age. You know, look at my hairline. You can see it full on right here all night long.
It looks healthy.
What hairline?
Norda Vista winning 20
What is he?
8.
Zink is just taking shots at everyone
Yeah,
tonight.
he's an angry man.
I don't know what this is
Hey,
about.
Murphy,
Because we didn't take you to dinner.
pipe down and come
I
out
don't know
here
what you're
and
talking about.
pipe down and come back in here and do some work with us. All right.
This is what I do.
All right. Look at that. He's wearing a 49ers shirt. Okay, we're on the page with Ramona and Norda Vista. Norda Vista winning 20-8 tonight.
See, there's
over
the newsroom.
Ramona.
Oh, and look at Eric Paul Johnson and Jeff Parenti talking strategy for week
Right.
3.
Summit winning 51-7 over Fontana. Cathedral City on the road at San Jacinto. Fontucky.
Whoa,
That's
hey.
not nice. Why do you have to say
Excuse
those
me.
things?
Fontucky.
Not everybody can be the placid
Bad.
place of
That's bad.
Corona, okay?
Corona. The Circle City. The Circle City.
Yeah.
Land of
Home
citrus.
of lemons. That's
Matt
what they used to
Calkins.
grow.
Matt Calkins.
Uh-oh. Calkins in the
Matt
house.
Calkins. Come in, Matt Calkins.
He's got
Set-
short. Hey, did you know he has short timers?
Let's talk about that for a minute. This is
He's
Matt.
short
Let's
timers.
introduce him. Matt Calkins, ladies and gentlemen.
Captain Short Timer.
It's right there. Yeah. Matt. San Jacinto winning 47-7 over Cathedral City. Patriot getting a big win over Valley View, 38-36. Good win for the what are they? The Warriors? Is that what their nickname
Yes.
is? The Warriors. The Bulldogs of Hemet go down and lose to Indio 27-19. There's Matt Calkins. Matt Calkins is about to experience a life change here in a couple weeks. Big time life change.
Getting out of here, right?
Yeah, you're getting out of the Inland Empire and you're going to someplace that's wetter and cooler.
How it's advertised, yeah.
Right, that's right. So
Something about hanging out with Greg Oden, the boys, or something.
I was going to say we could probably get the audience to guess this, but you just gave away a big clue.
Right. Matt Calkins, who has.
Are you going to be hanging out in old folks' homes? Greg Oden's like 75, isn't he?
Exactly. We've been playing shuffleboard, playing golf with Brandon Roy, shuffleboard with him.
Right. Matt Calkins, who has been a valued member of the sports department here. How many years? 5 years now?
6.
6 years.
Yeah.
But moving on to in a couple weeks to go cover the Portland Trailblazers.
I am.
At the which newspaper?
The Columbian.
The Columbian.
Yes.
In Vancouver,
Washington.
Just across the river there.
Just across the river.
You got to be excited.
No state income tax.
Oh, perfect.
But I think I'm going to live in Portland.
Wow.
Not to be confused with the country of Colombia.
There you go.
It happens.
They probably know state
or the
income
state
tax.
capital of Colombia.
Very good. Very good.
Hey, what were you at tonight?
Or the school.
Let me ask you this before we start. And you saw these scores and everything. And we've heard all the discussion about this. When you saw the Centennial score, what did you think?
I was ticked off because I predicted 44-10. So when they got those extra 3 points, I was like, oh man, what do I know?
Dang it!
Dang. How'd
my,
that
my,
happen?
my ignorance is on display.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I thought it was. I thought Centennial was going to win, and I think most people who have been paying close attention did too, just because how dominant they were.
Right.
Mater Dei is a little down, but to come out like that, that seems like the kind of thing that's going to get you national recognition. But
Right.
could be wrong.
It'll be
They
interesting.
look as good as ever.
It'll be interesting to see like the message boards and some of the comments in the chat room tonight have been spot on. Oh my gosh, this is huge and everything. But anyway, so that's a big thing. So we'll see what happens to Centennial as they move forward.
Yeah.
What were you doing tonight?
I was over at Roosevelt versus Marietta Valley, and I went out there. I was sent out there because Roosevelt scored 80 points last week against Torrance, and I was going to do something maybe off that, like a week later, scoring 80 points. But I started not to really feel that, and so I was kind of like thinking I was going to try something else, just see what's out there. And as I'm walking towards the stadium, which was a little late, I got there before the game started, don't get me wrong, but I heard that they were dedicating this season to this woman named Erin Souza, who had had a Hodgkin's lymphoma. And anytime someone dedicates their season to someone, I'm like, usually means they died. I'm like, oh, that stinks,
Right.
Bummer. But then I'm talking to her 5 minutes later. She beat the whole thing, and she's cancer-free right now. And Bill Stacy, the coach over at Roosevelt, has a pair of disabled sons. One has muscular dystrophy. The other suffered a stroke during open heart surgery when he was 8 months old and is blind now. So he's had a lot of tragedy in his life. So what he tries to do is educate his kids and to tragedies and other people's struggles. And by dedicating the season to her, shed some light on her situation. So she was really touched by it, and he's just big on celebrating life and being there for people because he's experienced such hardship in his life. And it was pretty cool.
Kind of a positive.
She
message.
she did the coin flip and they won, and they all have. It's kind of like what I did 2 weeks, except in this case, fortunately, the person's alive. But the players had her name and a purple ribbon on the back of their helmets, and the coaches were bearing like ribbons and stuff. So it was cool. It's cool when they're doing something like that and everything's fine. It's a happy ending.
Right. I don't think you know this next week, but you're going to be the guest host next week.
Am I? I was kind of planning on going out to Centennial Chaparral, so I might veto that decision.
You might have to veto that decision, right? I might veto it too. We might all go out to Centennial Chaparral. But
I know I'll be there.
If we don't have, okay, I'm not even talking to you the rest of the night. If you have let me ask you a couple things. Your favorite memory covering a high school sporting event in the Inland Empire in your 6 years here at the Presser
Well,
Enterprise?
I saw Toby Gerhardt, and I'm sure a lot of people have some good Toby Gerhardt memories, but when Norco played La Sierra 4 years ago, or 5 years ago? It was a long time ago. 5 years ago in the CIF semifinals, it was Toby Gerhardt and this guy named Sean Sudal. And Sean Sudal, those were easily the two best players in our area that year, just the two biggest offensive forces. And it was pretty much whoever had the ball last was going to win. I think the final score was 43-36, and Toby had like 450 yards and like 6 touchdowns, and they would basically go to him on 4th and 15,
right.
pitch to Toby, and he would get it, and he would, get it first every time.
Right.
But then Sean would come back. The team, Randy probably is aware of the group. Blink 182, the old guys might not know him as well, but Blink 182.
Travis Parker.
Yeah, Corona resident, Travis Parker. And there's a group called Blink 182. It's a punk band, rock band, and the 3 best players on La Sierra were Sean Sudol, Travis Garza and Sam Epstein. Their numbers were 1, 8, and 2.
Mm-hmm.
And Sean dubbed them "Don't Blink 182" because if you blink, we'll go right past you. And that was kind of their whole offense. So it was just real back and forth, and eventually Norco pulled it out. But that was probably the best game I've seen, hands down.
All right, what's your favorite story though, as far as things you've written about? Was it the interview with Bruick and Markham that got you the job?
Certainly. Markham saying my favorite thing about Bruick is he can remember names. Yeah, that was probably.
Greg Patton, our columnist here, was telling me that he says, "Well, I took your word that this is one of the best things that we've done in video, and so I just started watching it. And I wasn't going to stay with the whole thing." And he says, "I found myself watching the whole 15-minute interview."
He said that on the air, though, right?
Yeah, he told it to me over there in the corner.
Oh, wow. So you said it off the record.
Right, but he said it was great, though.
Favorite story? Man, there's been a lot of them. I mean, there's like stories about real athletic kids. There's stories about kind of like the human side of sports. I don't know if I can really pick one right now, which is frustrating because as journalists, we're always asking athletes to like, oh, tell me your favorite memory. And we're always frustrated when they can't come up with one specific one. Right. But I suppose I can relate right now. There's been a lot of good ones.
A lot of good ones.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to be missed, definitely, because you've been hosting our shows. You've been on you've done variations of this show now for the last few years, as well. And it's going to be tough to see you go on to
thanks, man.
To wherever the hell you're going.
Hey, I'm still on West Coast time. If you guys want to give me a call every now and then.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We'll have to have you call in.
I can do that.
Because during the season, we have to have you call from the road.
I just want to supplant Louis Brewster as the random caller in from another paper.
We have not heard from Louis Brewster in 2 weeks, so there you go. All right. Anything else going on? Any other scores that surprised you tonight? Anything else that stood out in your mind?
The Colton La Quinta thing threw me off a little bit, but I don't know how good La Quinta is. Is that what was supposed to happen?
I personally, I don't think you can ever count out La Quinta.
Okay.
So I think that they're very well coached. Obviously, we were talking about that before, that Dan Armstrong, the coach down there, is a great coach. And so, but as Eric mentioned, a great point that Eric put out there was that, look, when you hold Colton at 3 points, you're doing something pretty significant. So that's a big surprise as well. All right.
No doubt.
Cool, man. Thank you very much.
So may or may not be hosting next week.
Well, we'll see that.
All right, cool.
He's going to pass us up? What's that?
Oh, I don't know. All right, we got time for one more guest. Is Prep Dog going to come on and chat for a minute?
Oh my.
Wow. Already been on.
Via phone.
But wait a minute. They haven't seen your get-up today. They have not seen the get-up for the night.
Murph, stop being such a little girl. Go up there.
Wait, let me turn the. Let me turn the camera around. Here we go. Let's go. There it is.
Murphy on camera.
There he is, John, the Prep Dog Murphy.
He's hard at work.
Blogging as we speak. Impressive effort, nonetheless.
He's already writing his preview for next week's
game. What is he
games.
writing, actually?
The Public Safety
Academy, 48, Excelsior, none. Zip, nada, nothing. All right. There you go.
There you go.
Prep Dog Murphy. All right.
Murphy, hard at work.
Okay, let's do one more thing. We're at midnight. Hey, by the way, Dave Zink, don't forget that we have sponsors.
We do have sponsors.
And it's car dealers, lots of them.
It is, and we should probably bump to that really quick.
Bump to that real quick. You need a vehicle in the Inland Empire. We've got, that's my whole area down here.
There we go.
All right, so you got Raceway Ford, you got
where are you going to go, Lewis?
I like Subarus.
You like Subarus? I like all the cars up there.
My car's a Ford.
You've got a Ford. So should we go to Raceway Ford? Wait. Where's my other list? I've got a list in here for a second. Okay, looking for a car. We have our sponsors, of course, DCH Honda down in Temecula, Rancho Ford, Paradise Autos, Petter Nissan out in Hemet, BMW Riverside, Villa Ford, Rotolo Chevrolet, Diamond Hills Auto Group, Sing Chevrolet, Sing Subaru, Suzuki, Riverside Mitsubishi Kia, Acura of Riverside, Raceway Nissan, Fritz Ford, and Raceway Ford. All of these dealers, Randy Leva, they support what we do here at the Press Enterprise.
That's where I got my Ford.
Where was that at? Raceway Ford?
Fritz Ford.
Fritz Ford here in Riverside. Very nice.
Yeah.
You have a Ford Fusion? Ford Fusion. I have a Ford Expedition. And you have
Good
what?
for you.
You have a Volkswagen Bug?
I have a Chevy pickup truck. Thank you.
All right, let's go back to the front of the book here, Randy. Let's go through all the scores. I'm gonna read them off for a second as we close out HS Game Time Live.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. We're gonna go through the top 10 real quick, and then I'm gonna go to you.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
I guess.
Centennial winning tonight, big 44-13 over Mater Dei. Centennial's our #1 ranked team. As Eric Paul Johnson coming in talked about, this is our one of the biggest losses for Mater Dei during the regular season. They have lost big to an Inland Empire team before. That was Eisenhower, but that was in 1992 or 1993, I guess, the CIF championship game. 48-7 was one of their previous worst losses, but keep it in perspective. Mater Dei's a little bit beat up, but still a humongous win for Centennial coach Matt Logan and quarterback Michael Eubanks. Vista Marietta, Eubank. Thank you.
Only because I heard you correct. I
Right.
didn't mean to. I'm sorry about that.
Right,
No,
exactly.
And you should correct him.
Right.
Okay.
No Heritage video. We got Heritage video, didn't we?
We do, but I haven't had a minute to do it because you're you basically push me out of the way and get me in trouble with Nels.
Let me
Thank
show you
I
the Heritage.
appreciate it.
Let's show you the Heritage video. We did show the Heritage
Wait a
video.
minute, and we have to get quiet because
Okay, here we go. Oh, sorry.
Nels
Sorry.
did a little presentation for Heritage, so we have to hold on 1 minute. Let me get to the video, and I need to turn the sound up first. Oh, it's wide open.
There it is. Stand by, everybody. Whoa.
Nels Jensen with HS Game Time Live for you tonight. It's the Scott Benson Show here at Heritage. 211 yards, 4 touchdowns on 22 carries midway through the fourth as Heritage leads Beaumont 35-7. Let's check out the highlights.
That's nice. Not bad, huh, Los?
Yeah, not bad at all. I really thought Beaumont would do better in this game. I thought Beaumont had things back in order. Beaumont's a pretty good looking team. But, I mean, Heritage clearly
Heritage has not stumbled
No.
at all yet this season.
Could Heritage make a run at the Sun Belt League Championship?
Why not? Why not? I really, honestly. I mean, look at where they're drawing kids from. I
Yeah.
mean, Paloma and Paris are worse for it, right?
Right. And it kind of is an underserved area. I mean, you never really know where they were going to end up
And
at.
that district is wide open.
Yeah.
So, this is some good footage. Well, Nels doing well with that little camera.
Right.
I didn't know if you noticed it was letterbox too. I think he's going for the whole cinematic.
Well, it's because it's HD. it was natively
I thought
shot
he was going
in
for the whole
HD.
cinematic,
Right.
effect. He's trying to show us up.
Very pretty.
Good footage.
Yeah. I had to actually.
Nice
Oh
catch.
my!
Okay, wait. Let me cue that
Oh.
one back up.
Oh.
We got to cue that one back up. Nels, nice play there.
Nice
Let's
play,
bring that
right.
one back. Come on, back. How come it's going so slow? And back to the line.
All right, here we go. Badly de-interlaced.
Okay, here we go. Ready?
Right, there we go. Let it go.
Look at this pass
Right.
and catch. One-handed. Oh,
wait a minute.
very
Wait a minute.
nice.
Wait a minute. Nels is saying he sent me the list here. Okay. Let's see.
We have to go back to the front of it. It's 12:06. We're watching highlights.
Right.
This will be for the recap show tomorrow.
Right. He's got a lot of Scott Benson stuff here with kick returns. This is Beaumont's quarterback, Josh Martin.
Boy, Cougars really mixed things up at their unis, didn't they?
Right.
Same thing for 100 years.
This is Benson right here. Little swing pass.
Thank you.
And that is a beautiful run there as well. There's some discussion about cookies going on out there.
I'm upset. I heard there's no more left.
We should hold on. We need to hit pause for a second.
All right.
And let's just take a look in the newsroom because, see, when it gets late,
Wait, should I go?
and no, we already got it on there.
No. Should I go tight on it?
No, you're fine. I think you're good.
Wait, Calkins has got cookies over there.
Yeah, and they're
Oh, okay.
just so there's like a fist fight for cookies, I think. And okay, see, as soon as we go to it, they break it up. We're back to back to the highlights.
Back to the highlights. This is an interception from Navarrete, Michael Navarrete. And then this is a touchdown pass from, not sure. And this is Benson again. Yeah, he looked really good tonight. Scott Benson, their running back.
Yeah, good stuff.
And another interception from Heritage, punt return.
And the coach needs to calm down. See the coach?
All right, I did.
Love that. That was like Pete Carroll last week with the Seahawks. He's like 10 yards on the field. The ref's having to push him back off the field. Hey.
And look at this punt return here. This is going to be an impressive one as
Is
well.
that the ambulance for the Beaumont team that I hear in the background?
And more highlights from Heritage. No, quite a bit of stuff here. Over 3 minutes of footage, I think.
Comprehensive coverage.
Right, comprehensive coverage. Look at a nice tackle. A little too late for them. And yet another touchdown.
They screw up a handoff and still get the 2.
Boy, Nels moved around a little bit. I got some extras. All right.
There we go.
Hey, this is my favorite play of the year.
Right here, let's play it one more time so I can hear you go, oh.
You got it. It's a fine work of art, Dave. I don't know why you're diminishing it.
I'm not.
You're clearly diminishing.
I'm
his
diminishing.
effort
I'm diminishing the fact that you all of a sudden you grabbed onto it. I was the one who said, "Did you see that, Lewis?" And
Listen,
I played it back for you.
I got. And here's what I got. Here's what I grabbed onto. I grabbed onto a 6'5" kid with a stride length of probably 7.5, 8 feet, going down the sidelines. Dang it.
Who drug you down the field.
Exactly. Okay.
You couldn't hook up with that guy. I guaranteed he'd run you over.
He probably would. And I would probably feel good because he ran me over because I know that kid's a stud. All right, Vista Murrieta was the winner tonight, 21-17. Randy Leva, what happened to Norco tonight?
Norco 49, Etiwanda 35.
All right, so Norco's going to play at Upland next week. That's a tough game. I believe Upland beat Serrano tonight. Etiwanda plays Miller. Miller was a 10-0 winner. Yucaipa on the road at Rancho Verde, the T-Birds, the mighty, mighty T-Birds. Not a good night for them.
No, not at all. Rancho Verde 48, Yucaipa 14.
All right, 48-14 win, as you mentioned. Yucaipa playing host to San Gregorio, right?
Yes, next weekend Rancho Verde has a bye.
All right, moving right along to our next one, our surprise win of the night.
La Quinta 14, Colton 3.
All right, and
Colton will host Bloomington next week, and La Quinta will be at Arlington.
all right, Roosevelt beats Murrieta Valley 33-12. They are our 7th-ranked team in the poll. 40% of you picked Roosevelt. Did I have that in the contest, by the way, Colton? 92%, including Dave Zink, picked Colton to win that game. By the way. All right, Arlington needed some help, and they got it, right, Randy?
Arlington, yes, they did. They came back. Or no, they didn't come back.
No, Arlington won the game. They won the game 29.
I know, but they were
down to Poly, right?
So I was right.
Yeah, you were right.
They were down to Poly 20-8. Yeah, yes, they were at halftime.
Right. All right, so La Quinta plays at Arlington next week. Citrus Hill is at Poly. Los Osos and Redlands. Redlands needed some help. In the overtime, they got it 27-20. Triple overtime game. All right, what happened at the West Valley game tonight?
West Valley 31, Paloma Valley 21. Paloma Valley will be at Cathedral City next week, and West Valley will host Laguna Hills.
Paloma Valley now 0-2 on the season. West Valley is 1-1. Paloma Valley's kind of off to a little bit of a slow start after losing to Torrey Pines in week 0, 35-0. West Valley now putting some things together, and let's see what they'll do as they go into the Mountain Pass League. Go ahead, right, Kaiser.
Kaiser 28, North 0.
Okay. Kaiser News is 2-0 on the season. North is 0-2. Kaiser will play Cajon. We haven't heard from Kevin from Cajon this season. I'm disappointed. He was one of our best fans last year. And North is at Crenshaw. That could be troublesome for North. All right, what do we got next?
Great Oak 21, Citrus Hill 7. Great Oak will host Vista next week, and Citrus Hill will be on the road.
All right, and let's go to our next game. Beaumont Heritage mentioned that one, 35-14. Scott Benson, 211 yards. Rushing all-purpose. Was this rushing yards or all-purpose yards? I can't remember what Nels said on that one. But 35-14 win. Heritage off to probably a school-best 3-0 start. Temecula Valley on the road tonight at Lake Elsinore. It's part of their Lake Elsinore swing, basically. How do they do tonight against
Temecula Valley 31, Lakeside 10.
Okay.
Temecula Valley will be at Elsinore.
And Lakeside plays La Sierra next week. They play host to La Sierra next week.
Norte Vista 20, Ramona 8. Ramona has a bye next week, and Norte Vista will be at Carter Realte.
All right, Ramona 0-3 on the season. Norte Vista gets its first win of the year. Summit playing at Fontana. They win 51-7. Summit now 2-0-1 and could move into the top 10 next week. We'll see how that shakes out as well. What's next for Summit and Fontana?
Summit has a bye next week, and Fontana will be at San Bernardino.
All right. And Cathedral City and San Jacinto, the all San Jacinto Unified School District game. What happened there?
San Jacinto 47, Cathedral City 7. No surprise there with the fan vote.
All right. 83% saying that
San
one.
Jacinto.
All right, so this was actually an upset according to the fans. Patriot and Valley View, 54% had picked Valley View, and Patriot takes care of business, 38-36, and that's a win. Matt, Georgia, and the Hammond Bulldogs traveled to Indio tonight and did not come away with the win. They are off to an 0-3 start. They fall 27-19. Indio is 1-1 on the year. They will play. Indio plays plays host to San Jacinto next week. Paris visits Hemet. That's going to be an interesting one as well. Hemet's other school, Tockwitz, how do they do?
Talkowitz 41, Marietta Mesa 12. Marietta Mesa.
I heard that Anthony Crook, from the running back from Tockwitz, had a good night, but I have not seen. I was promised footage, but I've not seen the footage, so I don't know if that's going to happen or not. But anyway, continue on.
Citrus Valley will be at Marietta Mesa next week, and Talkowitz will host Heritage.
That should be a good game.
That was the first meeting between the two teams, correct? Talkowitz and Marietta Mesa.
Yeah, I believe so. Okay, and Arroyo Valley playing Miller. Miller wins that one 10-0. And Arroyo Valley is at Eisenhower next week, who's really struggling. Miller plays at Etowanda. That should be an interesting game, actually, as we move forward.
Miller at Etowanda.
Right. So we had this one originally 13-3, Silverado beating Carter, but we updated that score. That's a tie, Silverado and Carter.
I was right.
13-13. Why do you have to get defensive about it?
I don't know. I'm real competitive about being right sometimes.
Right.
Especially
Okay.
if people try to prove me wrong. Rialto 28, Oak Hills 14.
All right. There we
Granite
go.
Rialto will host Granite Hills next week, and Oak Hills will travel to Lancaster.
All right. Palm Desert, just
70.
that's not even funny.
Was I
Do you have any
laughing?
goals you scored in your career at Centennial?
You know, I don't even know.
All right, let's move on. 70-12 over San Bernardino. Palm Desert will play against Hesperia next week, where San Bernardino plays host to Fontana. Palm Springs winning on the road at Moreno Valley, 37-0. Palm Springs adding to Moreno Valley's woes. Moreno Valley's off to an 0-3 start. Palm Springs ranked number 1 in the Eastern Division. They are 1-0, and Moreno Valley has had difficulty scoring points. They've only scored 25 points this season. All right, Canyon Springs on the road at Paris, winning 44-6. Canyon Springs, that's their first win of the year. Paris, which plays at Hemet next week, looking for their first win. They are 0-3. All right, do we ever get a Pacific Rubidoux score?
We do.
Okay.
Rubidoux 27, Pacific 6.
So that answers the question we had tonight. People were asking how good Rubidoux is. That's better. Pacific plays at View Park next week, and Rubidoux plays Sultana. What are you laughing about over there, Zink?
Are you laughing about the...
We're enjoying your fine banter.
All right, continue on.
Are they looking at chat comments or
Bloomington and Eisenhower, 40-6. Bloomington wins that one. The Banning Broncos, Randy.
35, Banning 35, Desert Mirage 7.
All right, Rim of the World playing against at Harupa Valley, and they needed overtime to win that one, 27-21. Rim is
Triple overtime.
1-1. Harupa Valley 1-1. Rim plays Bishop next week. Harupa Valley plays Ontario Christian at Ontario Christian. And Citrus Valley beat. Did they beat or did they lose to Shadow Hills?
31. Citrus Hill.
No,
Citrus
Citrus
Valley. 31-14 over Shadow Hills. That's what
No. If I have 14-13, Shadow Hills defeated Citrus Valley.
That could be some kind of form of dyslexia on my part, but I could have sworn
Are you
it
sure
was
we're
the
not
30.
confusing the listeners?
Citrus Valley lost tonight, I believe.
Okay.
What did you have?
I had Citrus Valley 31. 31-14 over Shadow Hills.
Are we sure on that? Was that what's on the board?
Citrus Valley score?
Ask Parenti.
Oh, okay, we'll keep going. Forget them.
Okay.
All right, we'll track that one down. That's a Mountain Valley League team. Silver Valley Harupa Hills. I don't know if you ever got that one.
Oh, we don't have that one.
All right, Bloomington Christian 16-6 over Calvary Murrieta.
Bloomington Christian at Arrowhead Christian next week, and Mammoth hosting Calvary Marietta.
All right, Crean Lutheran South and Sherman Indian. You ever heard that one?
No.
Linfield
Christian 55, Army Navy 0.
All right, so tomorrow night, Chaparral playing host to Central out of Fresno. Dave Zink, that to be an interesting one too as we gear up for the showdown between Centennial and Chaparral next week. We have a lot of games to get to next week, but this is HS Game Time Live. I think we're wrapping it up, Dave. Any final thoughts for the night?
No, some good football. Things are starting to wind up now. You know, you're starting to get some good competition, some seeing what teams are separating themselves from the pack. Seeing teams that are barely hanging on, teams
Right.
like Arlington, and I shouldn't say barely hanging on, but they're just getting by.
I think Centennial sent a very clear message tonight. That's going to be interesting to see how that shapes up for the rest of the week going into this game. It's going to be a very, very closely watched game. It'll be interesting to see if anybody, what people are going to do. That's going to be a game everyone's going to want to see, and I think it'll be huge.
And it just gets that whole league thing kicked off, and
Right.
boy, we're going to have a lot of good games in league this year.
Right. Okay. Randy Leva, any final thoughts tonight for you?
I'm just proud that my Huskies represented tonight.
Right. You know what? You didn't. You're.
She went with my Huskies.
Yeah, her Huskies.
Okay,
Right.
just making
All right.
sure.
Well, that's what you go with your Titans from the.
No, absolutely
from the
not.
Notre Dame.
It's
the
At
Notre Dame
least
High
I'm
School.
within like a
It's the-
10-year range of my graduation year.
And
All right.
and what is that supposed to mean?
We're going to close the book on this.
They could still be my Huskies.
We're going to close the book on this show for the night. I want to thank Adam Drexler. Adam Drexler for video tonight. He got the got the Roosevelt game when they're playing Mater Dei Valley. Angel Ortiz providing technical support tonight as well. He got the game over at Citrus Hill with Great Oak. Tom Bray and Charlotte Bray, they shot Santiago, Vista Murrieta, and Centennial and Mater Dei.
Nels Jensen.
Nels Jensen at Heritage tonight, getting that one as well. Dennis Pope getting video from North and Kaiser as well. Those will all be on the on-demand channels as well.
Along with all of our great photographers
Right.
who provided us with photos from many games, North, Santiago, Riverside Poly, Citrus Hill.
Right. I don't know who our listed photographers were tonight but
I couldn't tell you either off the top of my head. I probably could tell you in a few minutes. But needless to say, we have a crack staff of photographers. They take great pictures, and we really appreciate their help.
Right, absolutely. And thanks to all the sports staff. Jeff Prenny. You've been muted again. All right, for Randy Leva, for Dave Zink, I'm Louis Amistoy. We will see you guys again next week for HS Game Time Live. Here we go. There's Jeff Prenny. He's waving goodbye to everybody. Show your camera, Dave. Parenti's there. Say goodbye. Can't move it. Can't switch it. There we are. We're out.